Hello, welcome back to another episode of Two Days Drinking Beer. My name is Josh.
My name is Alec.
My name is Nick.
Sitting here with us is my older brother, Nick.
I'm his older brother, Nick.
We are 4 years apart, so I'm 24, he's 28.
We're 4 years apart.
He's just repeating what I say.
It's the truth.
It is the truth. We only speak facts here on 2DDB.
Big facts.
Nick, why don't you go ahead and tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
I'm just, it's hard to just say, hey, tell me about yourself. I can't throw my whole life out there, but...
No, okay, so what do you do for money?
For money? Oh, I do dirty things for money.
Yeah, what kind of dirty things? Do you do like the things I like behind bars and alleyways?
You suck dick for money?
No, not anymore.
So
that implies you did that at one point.
No, I used to bartend and that sucked dick.
Okay, did you like bartending?
Yes and no. You know, it's fun.
Speaking of bartending real quick, Nick provided these seltzers for us today.
Beer sponsor is my brother.
Brought to you by Nick. So Nick, thank you for beer tending for us right now.
Today we're drinking Kirkland brand hard seltzer.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks. Yeah. I love Costco. You know, I love a good deal. I'll smell a good deal, and I'll go for it.
I've always known you as like a thrifty person. I remember you'd come home when I was living with you guys, and you'd come home with like just all this like noodles and macaroni and tuna, and you're like, guess how much I paid for it? And I'm like, how much? You're like, $5, and it fed everyone for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You frequent those liquidator stores, Bulldog. Have you been there recently?
I have been there recently. I just go there to walk around. You know, it's nice.
About those protein chips for like $5.
Oh,
they were expired though, so.
Yeah, well, you know, you get what you pay for. You know.
You also got the my favorite thing you've ever gotten was, it was like the refresh my memory. It's like it's the popsicle that's like the red, white, and blue.
Oh,
but you got the vodka, and it tasted just like the what are those popsicles called?
Yeah, it's Rocket Pop flavored vodka.
Yeah.
So the thing with that is, you know, they have holidays. You know, every holiday they have a holiday. I think that's obvious.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there.
So when you go to a grocery store the day after the holiday, they have all that holiday liquor
the stuff
on
they
sale.
Didn't sell,
yeah, they have that on sale. So that was the 4th of July, bought on the 5th of July. And so you do this, and you save money. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I would consider myself very financially savvy. You know, I've learned...
Savvy's a better word than thrifty.
Yeah, no, I say savvy, some say thrifty.
No, you're right. Thrifty is like cheap, but like you're smart.
Well, you have to be smart about money. You know, it's all about kind of optimizing your money performance. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you stretch your dollar out as far as it can go. And that's what's most important, especially nowadays with things going on. You know, you get unemployment, it's only so much nowadays.
It's nothing.
Would you say it's a skill that comes more with age, or have you been like
experience? What made you
like
this way?
It comes with ambition. You know, you have to... you know, realize just like, what do I want out of life? What am I willing to learn? You know.
Well, okay, so let's start there. What do you want out of life?
You know, right now I have my financial plan all set out. I know what I'm doing. I know how much I make passively versus how much, you know, I'm expected to make, you know, with my investments. So, you know, I just want to buy a house. That's all I want.
That's your American dream?
Set realistic goals. I like it.
Yeah, you know, it's not much, you know. When you get into, like, finances and kind of understanding these stuff, like, you can get very cynical about certain things, or, you know, you can say, how am I going to work to be better than this?
Do you see people in your circle doing what you do become greedy, is what you're saying?
Well, when I say cynical, I say it's just like, oh my god, this sucks.
Like they hate their job?
No. Like, I'm saying, like, when you look at Zillow and the houses...
we don't look... I mean, we do look at Zillow.
It makes people mad, you know? It's just like,
to.
I bought this house in the 1990s for, you know, $80K. And now it's like... $400,000, you know... couple $1 million, you know, it's ridiculous. And
especially around here,
you know, it makes you kind of jaded. It's like, I'll never get a house, this is ridiculous.
Well, for me, it's like when we're looking at Zillow, dude, my first thought is, who's making this much fucking money? If the rent's $3,000 a month, and then you also have like, you know, a BMW, a car payment with insurance, and you have 2 kids, I'm like, dude, that's easily like you're making $100,000 in my head a month.
Well, I mean, starting out with like getting a professional job with a degree, your salary starts out at like $40K minimum.
Really?
So automatically you're getting as much money as Oscar makes from 3 jobs.
Yeah, that's insane.
Roughly.
Shout out to Oscar. Fucking still grinding hard.
Well, it's mostly, in my opinion, it's boomers and people that don't mind living in like a way where it's just like, I'm going to accumulate all this debt. Because, yeah, I can get a house tomorrow. You know, I'll put a down payment. You know, they don't even care if you put down 20% even more.
They're cool. It's like buying a car. As long as you're signing the lease or the contract, they got you.
Yeah, and that's what the banks do. You do that, and then they can get the house back, foreclose you, and then you're gone.
So the banks run the world.
We've known that.
Yeah, it's
that's
obvious.
Not a secret.
It's the money that rules the world.
The money doesn't exist.
But the bank controls the money.
Money is
an idea.
It's an idea. It's a concept. But paper money. It's all debt based. All that money is just based off of debt.
I saw that the total debt of the world is like $217 trillion.
Who do we owe? The Decepticons?
It's just collective, but...
Yeah, well, it's a back and forth thing. I don't know if you know the story about the guy that goes to the hotel.
No.
All right, so there's a guy, he goes to the hotel in a small village, and, he puts down $100 and says, all right, I want to rent a room, but I'm going to, go to the bathroom really quick or something. So the hotel owner takes the $100, he pays off the butcher that he owes, the butcher pays off, the whatever that he owes $100 to. So it cycles.
Say drug dealer.
Yeah, so it cycles all throughout the village, and then it ends up going back, to the hotel owner. And then the guy says, "Oh, never mind. I don't want to get a room anymore. I'd like my $100 back." So he takes his money back, and everyone's debt is cleared. So everyone owes everyone some sort of debt. It's not just, everyone says America's in so much debt, but who owes money to America? And then America also owes money to them. It's a kind of two-way system. It's kind of balanced out.
Gotcha.
But, it's such a debt-based society. So,
My thing is, I don't like debt. I don't even use my credit card.
You're afraid of debt.
I'm terrified of debt. I mean, I got a credit card and I use it only to fill up my gas tank because I get 3% cash back for it, and it's like I'm really trying to like maximize the usage of it, and the second it goes on my statement, I pay it off the next day.
That's good.
And that's smart, but it's only 3%. That's good that you're making money off of that.
3% of a dollar is 3 cents.
I know, but every time I fill up my gas tank, $50. 3% of $50 is 30.
50 times 3 cents.
$1.50.
There you go.
So I make $1.50 every time I fill up my tank, and I think I'm sitting at like $40 right now.
That's awesome. Good for you.
But like, it's like I'm just trying to maximize it, and when it comes to buying anything, like I bought that cash straight up, microphone cash straight up. I don't do that. I'm scared of debt, so I make sure when I have it, I own it. Same thing with my car too, because when I learned, I've been in a lot of accidents. Nick, you were there for one of them.
Yeah.
I got in an accident. I had to ride my bike or Josh a skateboard to work for about a year, saving up for another car. And by the time I had that car, I didn't want to make payments on it. So what I did was I just saved up enough money, bought the car outright, and then it saves me on insurance. It saves me on monthly payments. And from what I'm saving by riding my skateboard or riding my bike for a year, it kind of comes back in the sense of I get to utilize my time more efficiently for the year with a car.
Yes, and this can still be optimized to, help you have the maximum amount of potential, profit that you can make with these certain things. Because when you do buy a car, there is, a certain interest that you have to pay. But, there are systems that I know about where, if you're in cryptocurrency, you can make up to 12% interest. So let's say if your car payment had a 10% interest rate back, you'd still be making 2% interest.
I'm sorry, can you back up just real quick? Say that again. as soon as you started throwing numbers,
There's a lot going on.
As soon as you started saying numbers, I started like losing myself.
We're pretty slow.
I'm really slow.
Sorry, number.
If you get it, that's awesome. Just truck ahead. But like, I kind of want to understand it because you're for the people who don't know, Nick got me into basically the stock market and cryptocurrency, and he's like a wizard with it. So that's, I mean, he's like.
He's a good investor.
Yeah, in my eyes, he's like a financial fucking genius, and we already have him on the podcast. So I'm fucking
at only 28.
Yeah, and so
granted, you started younger than that.
Yeah, well, he said it takes a few years to kind of get his portfolio together.
It took a few years. Yeah, I can ramble on about numbers. There's just so much that goes on with this.
But you clearly have like a strategy or like an approach already.
Yes.
Damn, Josh is a thirsty boy.
That's my role.
Made it extremely optimized, where it's just like this is the most efficient that it can be.
So let's take a step back real quick and talk about why you decided to make it optimized and how important that is, and why it's important to optimize and what optimization is. Because when you say that, I don't understand what you mean.
Efficiency.
I understand that, but like, do you trade efficiently? Do you optimize trades? How do you optimize?
So right now I've kind of analyzed the crypto market and I see what has the most potential. And I've been doing this for a long time now. I got into Chainlink, that's a cryptocurrency. I got into that, a few years ago. And I talked to Josh about it when he's, in the garage. He's like, Josh, Chainlink's 40 cents. You should get into this.
Right now it's $10.79.
So
Jesus Christ.
I've been telling him, for so long. It's like, oh, hey, guess what? I'm super happy. Chainlink's at $2. And Josh is like, oh, well, you're making some money off of it. I think I'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
He got in a little late, but people would still kill for that price.
Yeah,
$2,
totally.
Yeah, for $2.
I'd kill for anything sub $10, honestly.
So Chainlink, recently it went up to $20 was its peak, yeah? Like 19,
Yeah.
20.
Really?
1920.
Yeah.
And then, granted, it fell back down, and then it was as low as like 860.
I don't care. I've had worse dips.
But that's like the golden age to get a whole bunch, to buy it, to get back in.
If you bought a lot for $4 and then it hit 20,
you can swing trade and make a lot of money, but you're going to pull your own hair out all the time.
Why?
Because you're going to be watching the market constantly. They have solid, fundamentals with their project. So, when it pumps, it pumps. I tried to predict it before, so I optimize, my emotional, stamina with, my financial stamina.
Got it. So it's not so much as optimizing the amount of money, it's optimizing your perspective on it to keep going. Your endurance.
Yeah, you have to have
you gotta believe in yourself.
Endurance and mindset, because it is going to chip away at you. Because I've had 50% dips, so many times, a year. It's like, oh, it's dipped 50%. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, something I got in the market right now is, by the way, just Josh, these shots are a great idea before the show.
Yeah,
100%. These.
Yep.
We got to do shots. Sipping did not work.
It didn't.
Shots.
The ice melted so fast, it just tasted like dirty tap water.
Yeah, it was dirty tap water for sure.
What flavor?
I don't care.
Fuck yeah, man. And you know what, man? I've always wanted to get drunk with you and just like have a drink. Like, this is so cool. I think we've kicked it maybe twice.
We've never really drank together.
Yeah, we watched a movie with your friends that one day.
I don't remember.
It was, you had a bunch of people over. I knew that one guy who looked kind of Indian but was Mexican.
Joe?
I know Joe,
Maybe
but
Joe,
the photographer.
Oh,
Kyle.
Kyle, yeah. So,
hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. Shout out to Kyle.
He's a good guy. He's my friend.
Kyle's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all over one day and like, I don't know, we just watched the movie and drank and you weren't drinking and all your friends were giving me beers and I was like, yeah, let's drink. And then Nick was like, alcohol's bad for you. And I was like, that's cool.
Makes you fat.
It does. And, living proof.
I'm the fatter brother. Nick is superior in
every way.
Josh,
almost every way.
No, this is wrong. You have proved to me that you're faster than me on your birthday. You showed me.
That was a sham.
Okay, so
and I
Nick,
said this.
You're the missing link, man. You're the one person who's been on this. You're the last person to be on this podcast who was involved in that. Can you want to break it down for us? What happened?
How did the race happen?
All right, so Josh wanted to have a race on his birthday with me, him, and his friend. So I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that." So we raced, and it's.
I started off in last.
His friend is like the Koopa the Quick, and he was at a nice steady pace.
He was fast as fuck.
And made it all the way to the end in, way under like 9 minutes. It was
8 minutes.
8 minutes, dude.
Yeah, 8 minutes. And that's great, So, when you live in quarantine, I walk like 100 feet a day, I'm in a small, tiny apartment.
You lift weights.
So, yeah, that doesn't improve my stamina at all.
That's true.
You're
we're still just all caged animals at the end of the day, bro. We all got to run and jump and,
Yeah.
Sit, play the Call of Duty beta tomorrow after work.
Someone's excited.
So during the race,
Josh is fully relapsed. Sorry to cut you off, Nick, but Josh is fully relapsed on Call of Duty. He's a monster.
Yep. That's fine. But yeah, during the race, Josh's friend won.
Yep.
And, I took this as an opportunity to spend time with my precious younger brother. So I was able to walk with him. It was really fun. We got to hold hands, even. We tried to push each other,
Held my hand through the finish line.
And he still won. He beat me.
He let me win.
No.
He let me get second.
Okay, yeah.
So let's talk about that real quick, because Josh has expressed to me, he's like, man, it's like a participation trophy, right? He feels like, and cut me off if I'm ever saying too much, but he feels like, he's like, man, Nick let me win, and that hurt more because it felt like a participation trophy.
Oh,
it's a slap in the face.
Ooh,
I appreciate you for doing it, but I wish you didn't, because I would rather just take last place.
Can I get another drink, man? These are actually not bad.
They taste just like White Claws.
Yeah, Kirkland's got it going on. Kirkland seltzer, hard seltzer.
Costco knows what's up.
They do.
So, if it really insults you that much, is this gonna?
I'm not trying to like.
Oh.
I'm not.
It's not creating a rift.
I'm not bringing a beef. I'm just saying
No,
what's your thoughts on that idea? Because I understand where it's coming from. I've got an older brother too, who let me win in like a game of like baseball, or like we'd play a video game and he'd let me win.
Yeah.
Because
if this is gonna upset Josh that much, I hope
it doesn't.
I hope if he feels bad about that, I hope this can give him ambition and put a fire under his butt, so he can have a real
fire on your ass.
We can have a real race sometime.
The one time I challenged you to that race from the mailbox to mailbox, and I almost fucking won.
Yeah, and you know what? You should really work on that. You can really push yourself. To be a better, runner than me. Because, that'd be awesome if one day you were faster, better than me in every way. But right now, we're just in a Mario Wario situation.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my question to you.
You'll forever, I guarantee this, you'll forever be stronger than me. I'll never beat you in a lifting competition.
Here's my question to you. What is your weakness? And I'm saying absolute weakness. So discount...
Alcohol.
No, hold on.
My weakness is pussy.
Sorry, Marissa.
Whoa. Chill.
No, I'm just a big pussy.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what I'm saying is discount weightlifting, discount everything that you think, discount all your achievements.
Yeah.
Do you think Josh would still just be better at like Call of Duty?
Yeah, no, he can be better at me than video games. I don't play video games anymore.
Not much anymore.
But aside from video games, is there anything else? It's just like, oh man, like my little brother just kicked my ass in that.
Joshua is better at me at going places and doing things.
No, he's not.
He's going.
No, he's not.
We're pretty fucking anxious, but I'm a little bit more outgoing than him.
Okay, so let me say this. And at any point, man, just tell me to shut the fuck up if I ever say too much.
That's fine.
You went to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I would never go to fucking Comic-Con. And it's not because of anything. I want to go to Comic-Con. I want to go to an event. I want to go to, like, a bunch of different, like, conventions. But at the same time, like, me, I'm, like, too many people, too many scenarios. Like, I was overwhelmed by my brother's wedding because everyone wanted to come up and talk to me. Like, that's a big fucking
It's
thing.
all about going with friends, I'd say.
All right. So
You're
let's
right.
talk
Maybe
about this.
I'm gonna take a +1 then.
When I
Give him a
say
+1.
yeah, Josh likes going out more places. He likes going to Arizona, and he likes traveling very far. He can do that, but I don't like traveling that far. I don't like going to Arizona.
fainted on
To
a
me,
plane once.
San Diego Comic-Con far.
You don't need to go to San Diego.
No, these aren't in San Diego. These are all in LA. I go to Anime Expo and I go to WonderCon.
Yeah, Anime Expo. That's
So,
the
yeah.
that's the one I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
no, I go to those and that's great. I can do that by myself or I can go with other people. But, those are like my vacation. Those are the cheapest vacations you can ever do and you have the most fun.
Break that down for me a little bit too, because excuse me, I remember you broke it down for me one time. You're like, this many people in a hotel room, everyone puts in this
Fucking
much money for
8
alcohol.
people.
All right, let's talk about optimization again.
And this will be perfect, right? Because this is a real world situation that people can learn from.
1 bedroom hotel room.
This is your
for
chance, man.
8 people.
This is your chance to
For 3
educate
days.
the people.
Me and my friends are just disgusting, So, conventions are kind of gross.
Hell yeah.
There's gross people that go there,
Yes.
but, what we do is, we'll pack so many people into one, just bedroom.
Sleep on the floor.
We'll sleep on the floor. I get to sleep in the closet, and it's great because every morning I get to go out of the closet, and it's awesome. I
bet you kick it open. You're like, "Hello, world! I'm out of the closet."
Yeah, no, I would dress up as a woman, and I'd come out of the closet and say, I'm ready to go to the convention.
Let's go next year.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't you guys say you wanted to do that or something? There was like some
It was,
sort of.
it was supposed to be his
That was supposed
bachelor
to be,
party.
my bachelor
Okay,
party.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
That'd be
then
dope.
COVID happened.
we were supposed to do that, but, I've been going to
I
convention.
mean, you guys can dress up here and run around and do drugs
Act
if you
a fool.
want. Yeah,
It's-
I don't.
I think it'd be different going to
I'll
convention.
facilitate it.
Yeah. No, it's
No, for sure, for sure.
definitely
Convention's
different at
Seeing all
conventions.
the Naruto, Boruto stuff.
Dude, I
from
would love.
other animes.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Hentai corner.
I would dress up. I have the Naruto costume.
You do, yeah. This is Sasuke's skirt, right here.
Is it really?
Tablecloth. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm pretty sure you told me that like 3 times, and I've just never committed it to memory.
But no, it's
I will
really
now.
fun. I love doing it. It just kind of sparked out of nowhere. My friend's just like, hey, I'm going to do this. Are you going to come with? And are you going to dress up?
Who's in charge of the planning?
It's just kind of, we all mutually agree on things. One person has to buy the hotel and deal all that. But then, we just figure things out from there.
Put it on their card.
So, a friend, started this whole thing, says, hey, come, we do
And everyone
this.
just kicks in.
It's a fun thing. We kick it. We have fun. So, okay, I'll dress up, So I bought a sewing machine. I figured, I'm going to do something really fun and sew something super easy.
Make
it
your
is
own
what it
cosplay.
So, yeah, it's a cosplay. So, I made the dirtiest, grossest costume you could possibly imagine. But, the...
What was it? Don't just.
No, I'm
We need
getting to-
details on this podcast.
It needs a big build-up for
All right,
what it is.
build it up.
Yeah.
So, it's...
I got blue balls right
yeah,
now. Hurry up.
it's
You're
gross.
gonna
It's-
finish.
Okay.
It's a very iconic figure. You can tell from even the silhouette. You know what it is. So,
Yep.
I made, yarn hair. It was gross, but it's awesome. It's way better than a real hair wig. Real hair wigs are disgusting. So I had yarn pigtails going down. I had a rectangle blue skirt,
Got it. All right, I'm there.
And, I made just the shittiest shirt you could ever think of. It is so wonky, it's awful.
Trash.
And I was Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
He was the Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
so
remember
much
that.
fun. And I did that for a few years. And I had, like, genuine fans. It was, like, crazy.
With like full facial hair too. You had like the beard.
Yeah, no, I'd grow out my beard.
Yeah, man, you look good with a beard. You stopped growing out your beard and everything. And remember that time you went bald?
Yeah, no, I was bald for a bit. That was fun, but
Yeah, man. Why don't you grow out your beard and mix it up a little bit more?
I have been mixing it up. My hair's blue
all-
now.
I mean, granted, I don't see you as much as I used to, but
Oh, yeah. No, it is what it is.
Part of it, I assume, is to keep wife happy.
She's happy no matter what I do.
For sure.
We're simple people.
yeah.
Doesn't take much to be
Damn,
happy.
Josh is thirsty today.
So I could pound through seltzers.
I was gonna say, dude.
Nick, you don't have to match me.
No. When Josh hit it, I was like, damn, that's pretty typical. Then Nick hits it, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to be outdone by both of these motherfucking dudes.
It runs in the family.
All right, but I guess I'm just gonna. Here we go. Nick's one of those guests who just like provokes the drinking.
It is what it is.
Let's go.
I mean, have you seen our family drink? Daniel can throw them back. I can throw them back.
I love drinking with Daniel.
Nick will throw them back.
I love drinking with Daniel because he's got the best conversation, dude. The talk about Nick. How many movies do you think you've seen?
Movies?
Yeah.
How many movies do you think
you've seen in your 28 years of life?
I don't know.
Ballpark it.
1,000?
Just no. Hold on, just ballpark it. How many?
Like 300 movies.
300
Daniel,
movies.
You suck.
What
Daniel thinks we've seen 1,000 movies in our life.
He came to me and he was like, he was a little drunk, but
you're 26. You've seen 1,000.
He's like,
movies.
you've seen 1,000 movies, and I was like,
At least.
no, I fucking have not.
I don't know. That's just a weird thing to ask, you know.
Well,
it'd be nice to know all the different stats. And I'm
dude,
sure
when I die, I want all the stats like a video game character. It's like
the fucking.
you took this.
roll.
Yeah, you took this many steps. You walked this many miles. You ran this many. I want the fucking breakdown, dude.
No.
There were 11,000 movies that came out in 2017.
Really?
I made it through
saw 60 of
800,
them.
and he saw only 60 of the 700.
I'm not good at guessing when it comes to that stuff. That's not my.
We're bad at guessing numbers and
No,
like that.
no. It's
Well,
only
I was
if you
okay.
put
I
a
mean, I
dollar
was
sign
right.
in front of it, then yeah, I can do numbers with dollar signs in front of them all day long.
How many
you-
jars of jelly beans are in this jar?
Jars of jelly beans.
How many jelly beans are in this jar? I don't
Come
know.
on, bro.
100. We're bad at that. That
No
doesn't.
shit.
That's not. We're not good at that. Never have.
I
been.
know the hack to that. So,
There
do you
is
guys
no
watch?
hack.
There's a hack. Do you
There
guys
is
watch
no
Vsauce?
No.
Used to.
Okay, so Vsauce is a YouTube channel with a guy named Michael. I don't know his last name. And basically he does like thought experiments. And yeah, you think of his last name now,
I
right?
don't think anyone does.
No one
I
knows
say
it.
Stevens.
Probably not. But anyway, he did a special on this. Not a special. He just did a fucking video on it. And he called it. It's like the property of the masses or something like that, or the average. But
Yeah, it is
basically,
Stevens.
really, Michael Stevens.
Yeah.
So basically, if you look up, if someone comes to you with a jar and says, how many jelly beans are in this jar? And you say 600. And then he says 0. And then I say 1,000. And you take those all up, add those all up, and then divide it by how many guesses there were.
Take the average.
The average was in a plus or minus, what was it? A plus or minus rate of error of like 0.1%. And the person who guessed it, every single time they would do it, some asshole would literally say 0, some asshole would literally say 1 billion. Everyone else would be like 200, 300, etc., etc. And then like the answer would be like 653, and the average would be, if you averaged it out, you did all the math, the average would be 642, and it's like within a margin of error of 1%.
So we do this at work all the time, just for like HR puts on this thing, like how many chocolate chips are in this mason jar.
Then do that.
So
Then
you'd have to have everyone's guesses though.
they don't write them down.
They do. Hey, let me go through this jar and see what everyone else wrote down.
No. So what happens is everyone
We don't
writes
have
down,
access to that data.
but if you got access to that data, you could do that, and you would be very, very close to the actual.
So
answer.
you need a data breach, and you need to get that critical.
So I need to
information.
cheat.
For a $50 Starbucks gift card, bro, I would.
You don't get shit. You get what's in the fucking jar.
You get fucking 50,000 chocolate chips.
You can get what's in the jar.
Whoop-de
That's
fucking do.
gross.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
disgusting.
eat 50, 100 chocolate chips. It's
I
like,
would,
here
I
you
don't
go,
mind.
eat the chocolate.
I ate a whole bag of I ate like 2 whole bags of marshmallows high as fuck. at
Remember
New Year's
that?
Party.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's 'cause
Remember
you're,
that?
Yeah.
yeah, that's why you're
And
Wario.
marshmallows are fucking disgusting.
Marshmallows
I
are the
hate
worst.
marshmallows.
That's disgusting that you would do that.
And I ate a whole
Marshmallows are
fucking
disgusting.
bag because I was high off my ass at a New Year's Eve party.
Okay,
It wasn't even a New Year's. It was just a regular ass bonfire.
Yeah, it was the bonfire.
all right, that's interesting. So, what shows you guys been watching in quarantine?
Okay, so
None. Have you been watching Sopranos?
I finished Sopranos. That was a good show.
is it really good?
What do you like about it? It's an
been-
older show, yeah?
No, I already finished it, so now I'm watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Why?
Oh my god, that's such a good show.
Why?
It's crazy how good it is.
They do shit at Copper Blues.
Do what?
RuPaul.
Oh, yeah.
There's a guy who hosts like a drag.
Oh yeah, no, they have drag stuff all around. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, go to the drag brunch or drag bar.
we do a drag brunch.
You used to.
Of course we used to. It's been 8 months, bro. I'm gonna talk like it's been normal though.
Yeah. But I really enjoy RuPaul's Drag Race a little too much.
Because of
Why?
the drama, or
It's just fun to
Because
watch.
I dress like Sailor Moon.
No. I did that long before I've seen RuPaul's Drag Race. I watched it out of a whim. I'm just like, oh, what's on? That's on Hulu. I'll check it out. And these
Do you watch it because of your wife? Can I say wife or is it?
No, just say wife.
Just okay. Right.
Yeah.
Do you watch it because of your wife?
No, I watched it before her.
Really?
So
you showed your wife. You're like, hey, babe, check this out.
I was watching it way before her. I was just like, hey, whatever, I'll check this out. It's been going on for so many seasons. So it's just like, I can play it in the background and work out, whatever. It's just 10 seasons of whatever. Just listen to it.
That's insane.
And you start out with that, but then you really get into it. These people, I respect them so much for the artistry of what they do.
It really is, and that's the thing.
It's
Is
a
like no matter what someone does, you gotta respect. There's always a form of art to it.
Yeah, there's always going to be, people that are really good, but then there's other shows that paint them in a really bad light.
Like what shows?
All right, so, this is another Mario and Wario situation
Bring it on.
where the Mario is like RuPaul's Drag Race. So it's just like, that's awesome. They're the good guy and whatever.
Josh, we get it. You're pointing when he says Mario at him, and yourself when he says Mario.
What really upsets me is I've been watching I Am Jazz, and that's on TLC.
Yeah, that's the transgender documentary, or
Yeah, no, it's this
How
girl.
the fuck do you know about that?
It's this
I saw a few episodes.
Homo.
transgender girl. She's going through this whole thing in her life, and I really want to root for her and say she's awesome, she's brave, she's courageous, but it's on TLC.
Is it because it's on TLC you have opposition to it?
Well, it is on TLC, but with the the stuff kind of going on in the political climate, it's hard to really critique these kind of things. But I do have genuine issues with certain things that go on in this show.
Would you like to air that out now and we can talk about it?
No, I can air it out. That's fine. I
Fuck you, TLC.
no. Yeah.
Well, not the point. I just want to say, like, it feels like a good topic of discussion. I mean, look, man, the political climate, fuck the political climate. If there's something you want to discuss, I think we've all learned talking
You
about
got your ballot?
issues is how you're going to solve
I
them.
know
Yeah.
how you voted.
Well, I haven't voted yet. That's
Yeah,
fine.
You haven't filled it out, but you got it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, but that's not about this. This is about I Am Jazz, and I watched this show, and I really want to like her. I think she's a brave, awesome person.
But
it's on TLC, and
okay, so let's start there. Is there an issue with you and TLC? I want to blow my nose.
well, TLC, all they do is air. It's just like, oh my god, these people are awful. It's disgusting. Like 90 Day Fiance and My 1,000 Pound Life and Hoarders. So she's already,
so she's amongst a poor crowd of people.
she's already amongst a poor crowd of people within this, channel that they're on. And,
Okay.
if you start to watch her show, you can kind of understand her personality more. And
It's hard to hate someone you understand.
no, you can, you can,
You both was like, no.
you can
I'm
understand
fucking
someone,
quoting X-Men over here. You guys are
And-
like, fuck that.
and you can disagree with someone because you
Of
know
course.
them. You know them more, and you know what to disagree about with
But it's
them.
hard to hate them. You can disagree and you can have a conversation with
Yeah.
that person if you
I
understand
think
them.
Yeah.
it's easy to hate someone,
But what
It's because you know a lot of people and you hate them all.
how she
Exactly.
portrays herself is, she seems like she controls her parents a lot in this situation, and
Okay.
it's sad. She seems really spoiled, and her parents, kind of take the brunt of it. Her, siblings take the brunt of that too. because, you know, they realize, hey, you know, she's transgender, she's going to have all these issues, and the suicide rate's super high with these people. So she has to get her way in everything, you know? It's just like...
So you feel like they're catering to her to prevent her from committing suicide?
Well, yeah, it's like that, you know, because there's episodes just like, oh, I want breast surgery. It's like, oh, I don't know if we can afford that. Oh, maybe I should kill myself.
That's shitty.
Really?
That's just like fucking shitty.
It's
That's
like,
the argument she jumps to?
It's just like, I'm feeling really depressed right now, you know, I'm gonna binge eat right now, you know, she has all these interesting issues that she goes through. And it's just like, I want to root for her so bad, but then it's just like, oh, well, you know, Jazz isn't doing so well. Maybe she's going to kill herself. Maybe we should give her this. Maybe we should keep doing this for her. And it seems like they ignore their other children sometimes to only cater to Jazz. And, you know.
But also you have to factor in that it's also reality TV.
Yeah, and
you
know.
Most of that is scripted.
Yeah, and it could be fake. It could be scripted. You know, and that's fine.
But is there an overarching like message that they're trying to get across? Like, don't spoil your kids, even though
Probably
make them earn the breast implants.
That's what I take away from it. You know, people can interpret it however they want, but you know, it's just like, I want it to be like, oh, you should be proud to be, you know, this. You should learn to love your body. You know, you know, it's hard to love yourself.
You gotta
sometimes.
learn to live with what you got.
Yeah, and that's fine. You know, I don't want to be, you know, transphobic or whatever. That's fine. I'm not afraid of anyone. You know, everyone can live how they want to live, but, you know, it's awful when you put people in that kind of situation where it's just like, I need these pills, I need to go through this surgery.
How do you... Let me get this out of the way, because I think a huge debate right now with the transgender folks is hormone therapy. And a lot of people will be... a lot of people who are transitioning under the age of 18 will have their parents buy them hormones, estrogen, testosterone, etc., based on the gender they identify with. Their parents obviously approve it, so at a young age, from as little as like 4 to 6, I think is where a lot of people take issue with this, is that their parents are supplying them, their 4 to 6 year olds, with hormone therapy
when they're just kids.
They're just kids, before, you know, their frontal lobe has developed, before they really have a sense of self. And a lot of it's just like, you know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh dueler and
nerd,
and you know, a Dragon Ball Z character. I wanted to be a tree at one point.
You never watched Dragon Ball Z.
It doesn't mean I didn't want to fly and shoot shit out of my fists.
Yeah, well, it's important to be like, I'm an adult, I'm your parent, and I know what's best. You know, you don't know much of the world. You're only 3 years old. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
And that's the issue, is a lot of the people feel like parents don't say, hey, you can't get hormone therapy at the age of 6, even though you say you want to be a girl, or you want to say you want to be a boy, because
there should be an age limit on
you
that.
haven't grown up enough to understand it. But that's the thing. It's like with a tattoo with parents. You can get a tattoo with parental consent
at any age.
Well, on the show, they do have a professional, you know, psychologist that kind of talks about this, and, you know, they shut her down completely and say, oh, you're transphobic. She says, oh, well, when your child exhibits these behaviors...
Could you imagine, though, like, studying your whole life and understanding
how the fucking brain works?
A category and how the brain works, and then everyone's just like, no...
LOL. Nope. Transphobic.
You're transphobic.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Well, you know, It's just like, you shouldn't, you know, cater to their, you know, you know, these kind of things.
And isn't the point to open up a dialogue? So maybe listen to the other side. That's the thing that I don't understand, is like...
And you know what? That's why I started watching the show. I want to understand this side more. And she hasn't painted herself in this light where it's just like, oh, you know, it's kind of like a spoiled brat at this point. You know? And there are certain things that she does and goes through. Like, she gets bottom surgery when she hasn't, you know, the doctors recommend, hey, you should use your thing, you know, orgasm before you change everything. And she's never orgasmed before, none of that.
As a male or female?
Yeah, no. I stopped watching because she was going through the surgery. She's never...
That's what I hear too. I watched the Joe Rogan podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience rather, and what he brings up a lot is the suicide rate after post-op.
Yeah.
So a lot of them commit suicide after removing their born with genitalia.
I can see that.
So is it transphobic to tell people, hey, you're going to kill yourself if you go through this? Can I try and convince you not to?
Well, statistically, it's safe to say you're more at risk for suicide after this operation, and the doctor seems to have done his job there. But the statistic rating is what doctors go by, and it's not bad. It's just what they go by. And once they do that surgery, they can no longer orgasm as the sex they were born as.
Yeah.
And when you lose that sensation, when you lose that capability, there's no reconstruction of the penis after you transition from male to female.
Yeah, you can never go back to that.
Can't revert that shit.
You can't undo that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people in that situation will end up committing suicide because at a certain point
regrets were made.
Exactly. And I think I always forget the name. Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner at one point said, like, I wish I could be a male again. And it's like, it's one of those weird things to where it's like, even if you're gender fluid, you could feel these ways, but at a certain point you can't undo your genitals.
Did Caitlyn get rid of the thing? Did she get rid of the
I have no idea.
Hunger? I don't know.
Yeah. I have no idea. But I know at one point she said, I wish I was a man again. I want to be a man again.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And that's where the suicide rate kicks in. It's post-op.
And you know what? That's the beauty of drag. Because you can have it both ways.
Yeah, you really can.
You can tuck it in, and that's why I love RuPaul's Drag Race. Because it's just like, hey,
because they just tuck it in so well.
Personality at that point.
They tuck it.
And when you think about it, it is more than genitals, right? It is who you are as
personality.
It is just who you are as a person and personality. Yeah. Like your genitals, if you want to be someone, be someone. It doesn't matter about your genitals. Like you can just be what you want to be based on your actions, not what you're born with. So just be what you want to be, wear what you want to wear. Yeah, go for it.
It's also like the extreme makeup and hair and
it's exaggerated.
Dress for the gods.
And there's different types of drag. There's club drag, there's classic drag, there's pageant drag. There's so many different kinds. And it's a beautiful art form.
Sure.
And, I really like it. I've been doing drag in my Sailor Moon, but, that's different. I'm not putting on makeup. I'm not really putting on a wig.
You're not going to the level they are.
Yeah, it's a different level.
They optimize it for themselves. They take it serious to another level.
But drag was done at the New Year's party.
Yeah.
What New Year's party?
At Copper.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we do it we do it once a month for sure.
But yeah, by definition, drag is dressed as a girl. So what does a girl dress up as? Who cares? Dress up as however you want.
That's true. I wonder if there's a drag for
I'm sure it's just the opposite
girls
gender.
wanting to dress as boys.
That's interesting because someone told
Yeah, right? Yeah. I mean, that's a
I'm sure
thought.
it's still drag, but it's just a different kind of drag.
Sure, but like the market or, the marketability is probably, because here's the thing, a lot of girls like to 95% of the audience is women. 3% is gay. 2% is husbands or boyfriends.
Just because they're roped into it.
The 1%'s other. They can identify how they want.
It's me.
Sure.
Except you're not roped into it. You're watching because you want to.
I watched it because I wanted.
Yeah, that's the 1%.
I chose to do that.
Or 2% or whatever I said.
Chose to become informed about this, and it's awesome. I love the show.
Whatever equals 100%. And they love seeing the performance they put on. They love seeing the talent out there. They love watching the dances to the music, etc., etc. I can't imagine a bunch of guys being like, let's go watch a bunch of girls dress up as guys and dance.
Who knows? It's...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure, though, bro. We fill a 400-person...
they sell out.
We sell out every week.
Huh?
And it's...
Sold
out, yeah. But I couldn't imagine, like... The market's different. And that's the shitty thing, too, is like, it's kind of just the market at one point. Like, it's not even community. It's just a bunch of girls want to dress up as guys, but nobody wants to, like, pay them for it. Meanwhile, a bunch of guys want to dress up as girls, and everyone's throwing shitloads of money at them, and they have a TV show.
Well, when girls do that with their bodies, it's called OnlyFans. I don't know if you heard of that, but
I'm very familiar with that. Yeah.
Sure, but also it's like if a girl
But they don't dress
had
up
an
as dudes
OnlyFans
on
and wanted to
OnlyFans.
dress up as a dude, I would not pay them to dress up as a dude and like.
So that's not what you're into.
No.
Well, it's just different opportunities of making money. Men can do that and make money, and women can do...
But it's a little deeper than that in the sense of, like,
Yeah,
these
no.
people identify as this thing.
Yeah, no, it's kind of apples and oranges, but, you have to find your niche.
It's penises and vaginas.
Yeah, apples and oranges, wee-wees,
It's two different things.
Yeah, Mario
Wee-wees-
Wario situation here.
Mario Wario! Up in the house.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just one of those situations.
He is taller than me.
Here, get one more.
What flavor do you want?
The blackberry is really good.
You always want fucking black cherry.
Yeah, but
Anything that's cold, honestly, I don't care. That's good. Mario Wario.
Mario and Wario situation.
Who are you of the two?
I think the fans can decide for themselves.
He is Mario. I am Wario. I'm shorter than him. I'm fatter than him. He's more athletic than myself.
You don't have a mustache or ride a motorcycle. I don't see it.
I'm working on it. I've been growing out my facial
It's
hair.
true.
I'm making a highlight reel again. Shouts out to anyone who's watched the episodes. It's from
The highlight reels are fire, honestly, bro.
I'm
Between
working
you and
on
me, every time you release a highlight reel and I post it, everyone's like, "Yo, I love your show." Honestly,
So why don't you fucking watch it?
here's the issue, bro. You
It's
need
too
to,
long.
you need to do like a highlight reel, like once a month, if not once a week.
I'm working on it.
Like Joe Rogan podcast does like clips of the week. It's just like 10 minutes of all the guests and then all the funny things we say, all the best parts of it, and it's like
It's only 10 episodes.
sure. And I mean, obviously, as we grow,
11.
we're gonna figure it out. But at the end of the day, it's like
Yeah.
it's just one of those things.
No, yeah, I'm working on it. I was cutting it from 9 to 12. So I haven't
Jesus,
even
really?
I haven't even finished.
Yeah, bro. The first one was 5, and the second one was like 15. I was like, whoa, that's insane.
Yeah,
Because those supercuts are way more entertaining to watch because it's like really all the best parts.
yeah, it's a very diluted version of what we do. Because not everything we say
Not
is-
everything we say is golden, but
Yeah.
like we could fill 15 minutes after a month.
Have you guys
Yeah.
told any jokes at all?
Never.
Is this like a comedy podcast? I don't know what I got into.
It's
Yeah.
filtered under comedy, but it's also filtered under societal debate.
Oh, I see.
Is it really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh.
choose that in YouTube
Yes.
or whatever?
Oh,
It's
That's
more
cool.
of just people having a dialogue
I'd say
about
satire,
things.
yeah.
yeah.
We try to be funny. It doesn't always pan out.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's
like-
for our group.
Yeah.
This started off as a friends thing, as
Yes.
you know. It's like
If we can turn it into a business, great. If not, we're still gonna do it.
if not the 20 people of our friends who watch
Yeah.
it, that's all we need.
Yeah, no, I planned on being a lot more funny, but Mom kind of was crazy and killed the buzz.
I understand. I got that before I went to work, and so
Oh.
like
Jeez.
interacting with guests is like, okay, well, I didn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, so like, thanks, Mom. You killed my weekend buzz.
You're telling us valuable information. We understand. It's important. We thank you.
The dialogue being
Time and a
opened
place.
is super important.
Yeah, thanks, Mom, but it really makes me sad.
Time
I don't want to be funny right
and
now.
a place.
A few more drinks and I'll bet you want to be funny.
No, probably. I'll be a lot better. Next podcast, we finish this podcast, do another
We
podcast.
want to come back. Everyone wants to come back.
Everybody wants to come
I like
back,
that.
bro.
I like that.
That means we're doing something right. And look, one of my most like prideful moments is like Chase was like from Arizona and she's like next time, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I was.
and
I mean,
that's the amazing thing is they always say when I come back. They don't say
if.
they just say
When.
and everyone has said it.
Hold on.
I love it.
I
Everyone
need to
loves
review it.
Everyone loves it.
Raul was the first double.
Yeah, he's the first repeat.
So I mean,
No, I'm saying if we record next time being like today, you do another episode because I'm more drunk, more ready to talk.
we're not doing 2 in one day.
Oh, okay, then goodbye forever. Goodbye forever.
That is your thing. You
I-
always say that. Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Josh's older brother.
Yeah, no, I've said that before. I say a lot of things. Do you have a notebook of everything that I've said to you?
I left out a word in particular.
All right, yeah, you could say
a few words.
You could say the word. That's fine. Go ahead, say whatever you want to say to me.
Who is watching this show?
I don't know.
Okay, let's do the math. If there's 20 people watching this show, let's just assume
one is wife, at least.
One is wife for this show.
That's fine.
And then Ryan, Oscar, Alexis,
Junior,
Emilio,
Raul. He listens to it.
Which is, I mean,
that counts.
That's the best kind of content. If we can keep you interested just by listening to us.
He has at least 3 people in Mexico listening to it.
Yeah, he's got some family members.
Do they listen to it with or without headphones?
Unknown.
I don't know.
I want them to listen to it on their radio right now. Alexa, play Despacito.
Alexa,
play Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh, you're talking like the fucking...
Alexa, yes. Can you hear me?
Fucking Raul, whenever he's here late at night, he'll walk down the stairs and say, Alexa, set an alarm for 4 a.m.
Every time.
Got it.
Without fail. Time. And he thinks it's hilarious.
That's good.
You guys have the same sense of humor in that respect.
That's devilish. I play tricks. I manipulate.
We need Nick at the next barbecue, bro. Let him meet Raul.
Tricky web of lies that I spin.
We should hang out more.
I don't know about that.
Do you guys ever feel that as brothers? Like, I know I feel it with my brother.
Back in the day, when we lived in Arizona still, our mother tried to force us to hang out at least a couple of times.
I don't remember anything from Arizona, so whatever you say, I don't care.
Of course you don't.
It's all a fucking black veil.
I don't agree with that. We're 4 years apart. That's a pretty substantial difference. Like,
you know what's funny is, if I can cut you off real quick.
Sure.
I was in the DARE program. In the DARE program, they advise you not to be friends with anyone more than 2 years apart from you, because they're probably involved in like more drug activity.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the greater the age difference, the more difference there is going to be.
The more diversity, for sure, yeah.
And so, we've only been at the same school once, and that was elementary school. He was in 6th grade, I was in 2nd. I remember you're swinging on the swings or something, and you're with your friends.
Okay.
And you're saying something to me. I don't remember what it was.
That's cool.
Probably making jokes.
Good for you.
Of course.
I'm glad you can remember this, because I chose to forget everything about my...
And that's fine. I know you still follow some of the people that you had friends with out there.
What?
Because I follow friends from Arizona still.
You know, shit, we got them on the podcast.
I see mutual friends that they want me to follow. Gorb is one of them.
Gorb's a badass name, dude. Are you kidding?
It's not a name. It's a character. It's one of the twins. You remember the kid twins from Arizona? One of your friends.
No, I don't remember.
You say no, but you do.
No.
I'll show you after.
No.
You try to forget.
Yeah, man, we're 100% in.
And it doesn't count if it's on social media, because it's people around the world. I'm friends with...
It does count.
People I don't even know. And you know, I get cyberbullied a lot, and that's okay, you know? Because it
was a very traumatic experience moving here. I understand.
I've been cyberbullied.
Damn.
It's okay.
No, you should have licked your lips.
No, you need to realize that the podcast is moving on. We're talking about my experience with my cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying. How have you been cyberbullied?
It's lonely in quarantine, so I try and talk to other people. You know.
Do you talk on Reddit or Formspring or?
I tried Reddit for a bit.
You've been on 4chan before.
No. I've tried Reddit. No, hold on. Listen.
Yeah, Josh, shut the fuck up.
So I tried Reddit for a bit, but my girl wasn't having it at all.
Your wife.
Yeah, my wife, the lady that I live with. She didn't like me being on there because she.
Shout out to Devo.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So she, didn't like me being
as
on
a
there
man.
because she'd just hear me going, help me, help me, because I'd be cyberbullied and I didn't know how to react, so I would just scream help to myself.
Just close the browser.
Help! I'm getting negative karma. Help me!
Close the fucking
Somebody
browser.
Help me!
Switch subreddits.
No, I don't know how to do that. I would just
cyberbullying doesn't exist.
No, I would just go on r/politics and be like, hey, do you really think
that's your fucking problem.
Yeah, no shit.
Do you think
surprise
I'll just like, hey, I don't think Donald Trump's that bad, y'all. And there's like, I'm being cyberbullied. Help me!
How are you going to vote in this upcoming election?
With my best interests.
and your best interests pertain to Republican or Democratic?
I'm just a single issue voter.
You voted last 4 years ago. I remember we were in a household. We all voted together.
I know, but
you voted
I didn't vote together.
You weren't there. You voted a particular way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Voting
is good. Everyone says to vote, so go out and vote, y'all.
Why did you vote Republican?
I'm a single issue voter, so I voted for that.
What's your single issue?
Just financial stuff, so taxes.
And I wonder, does this come with age? Because I was watching the...
Depends on how much money you make.
Exactly.
Wait till this podcast makes $100,000 a year, bro. I'll sign up and vote Republican.
Let me fucking talk. Because I was watching the confirmation of the Supreme Court nomination. Why do you just fucking wink at me?
What are you talking about?
He wants that dick.
I was watching the confirmation of the Supreme Court nominee, Amy Barrett Cohen, one of the two. Switched the last two.
I feel like everyone's gone to school with a girl named Amy Barrett Cohen.
Probably. But I was watching some dude stream it, and he was giving his commentary on it. And someone said in the chat that millennials, as they get older, turn more Republican. And he pulled up the article saying that is not true, but it is. Your zipper was down the whole time.
I know, I'm doing my own thing, bro. Focus on you.
You just don't focus. And you say, hey, look what Nick's doing. Look what Alec's doing.
Yeah, bro, focus on you, dude.
ADHD,
we were talking about RuPaul's Drag Race.
And now we're talking about fucking politics.
All right, so RuPaul
You were talking about politics.
Oh my god, I love that guy so much. He is so good at drag.
Moving on. So do you think that as time goes on, that... Think about when you were 13. Like,
shout out to Darian. She just
I don't remember
me.
when I was 13.
Okay, so we moved here 2010. That was fucking 10 years ago. You were 18.
Okay.
Think about when you were 18. Like, how did you perceive the world? You weren't really investing in stocks then. You had a job at Outback Steakhouse.
Okay.
Sure, doing to go.
Okay.
Like, how did you perceive policies then, and compared to now? Like,
I didn't care.
And does that play a part in your stocks?
Do you think you've become more conservative, more Republican, or more Democratic as you've gone on?
Whoever wins in this election, I don't care.
Sure, it doesn't matter because
they don't affect my day-to-day life. I'm still going to do the same things that I'm doing now.
Yes, and the presidency overall doesn't matter because Donald Trump was elected for 4 years, and if Joe Biden wins, it's 4 years of undoing what he did.
Can I say my input just real quick?
Sure.
Not that I think I was able to vote right around the time Obama's second term came around.
2016.
And I was told to vote a certain way. I didn't vote. I abstained, but I felt my vote wouldn't matter. And as his presidency continued, he did the Obamacare, which would penalize you for not having health care. And that did it's the one thing that affected me as a person in the real world, to where you got penalized at the end of the tax season
every April
for not having health care, which I did not. Trump came into the office, he got rid of it, and brought it back. So there's only been one thing ever to affect me politically. Yeah. I just want to say that it's not that I didn't think it would happen, I didn't know it would happen. Yeah. But at the end of the day, both of the last two presidents have done something that affected me for like about $1,400. It cost me a lot of money.
So with one president you lost money, and with one president you gained money because you repealed that. So it's a very Mario Wario situation.
Sure, he didn't gain money from it.
Sure, but at the end of the day, Trump reenacted it to where at the end of this year,
he still had to pay.
At the end of this year, I will have to pay because Trump took it away and then put it back.
But.
So they both affected me in the same way of it's going to cost me about extra $800.
And even if Joe Biden wins, it's still
he won't take that away.
It's still 4 years of undoing all the negative Trump did. And then even if Joe Biden loses the next election in 2024, it's going to be 4 years
by the way,
of undoing what Joe Biden did.
Which, by the way, who the fuck would run? Because nobody was like
old people. Old people.
Nobody wanted to run against Trump. Nobody fucking was like. Everyone knew it was a losing situation.
It should have been Bernie.
So out of the two candidates, who's Mario and who's Wario?
It doesn't matter.
They're both Wario.
It doesn't matter because they're still
Wario.
opposites.
Yeah, they're different.
It's a shit show, but I mean, I voted one way. It's ideally for better future. It's a shit show regardless. America is a fucking joke compared to everyone else.
Oh.
We're a third world country in the Gucci belt.
So
Yes.
but I still get cyberbullied about it. I posted about the Sopranos and I got cyberbullied for it.
Sure. People will always have their opinions. They'll always attack someone else who was different.
No, so it was the Christopher Columbus Day, so I posted
Yesterday?
Yeah, no, so I posted about the Tony Soprano talking about it.
Isn't that day been revoked because of...
It's Christopher Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day.
So it's both, but
Yes.
I posted...
So it's the persons he killed and the person who killed.
No.
Yes,
So
yes.
That's like a fucking Marilyn Manson day and a fucking cult day.
Marilyn Manson? No. Charles Manson? Yes.
That's the one.
There you go.
So I post, the quote from The Sopranos. Tony's saying, "Hey, he's an Italian explorer. He's a hero in this house. It doesn't matter what he did after that. He discovered America." And you know what, Tony? He's an anti-hero. He's kind of a bad. He kills people.
Low key, anti-heroes are the best heroes because they do what real heroes won't do.
So I posted that, and then someone messaged me and says, "Are you aware all the people that got raped and died and were killed because of this?" And it's just
care.
like, I just like The Sopranos. I'm sorry.
But here's also the thing, like the fact that people don't understand that's still going on present day in third world countries around the world.
Africa.
Yeah, in Africa.
Oh, China is awful with their
China's got the
concentration camps.
They've got the Uyghurs in concentration camps, and it's all just like it's all covered up. There's literally so much shit that everyone is focusing on all the bad things. They're subtweeting it, but no one's out there running with guns, going all gung ho about this is what I believe in.
Yeah, so he's
That's
mad
what you
at
need to
me
do.
about a Sopranos quote about Christopher Columbus. It's like, I hope he dies. What's Christopher Columbus doing now?
Christopher Columbus's ass
He's
is
dead.
dead as fuck. So
Okay, good.
For 200 years.
I hope maybe he's glad that he's
hella
dead.
dead.
So he's dead. Okay.
Did he
Good.
introduce smallpox to the Native Americans?
Yes.
Germ theory wasn't a thing back then. So
Not
Sure.
to the Native Americans,
You're right.
but
It
germs
didn't
were still a
exist.
fucking thing.
I know, but still,
Gravity was still around before Newton.
you can't say they did that on purpose if germ theory.
It wasn't on purpose, but it happened,
It
and
ha-
it's
yeah.
super unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it wasn't necessarily his. It was his fault, but it wasn't his fault
Yeah.
because he didn't know about it. But it just happened.
Yeah, so bad things happen. It's easy to put the blame on someone if bad things happen.
And now, with our current technology and knowledge, we can put the blame on, which is kind of fucking. That's kind of fucked up.
The good news is the coronavirus, if you get the vaccine,
Manufactured.
you're safe for 5 to 6 months, and then you have to get the coronavirus vaccine again
Corona
every
doesn't
5 to
exist.
6 months.
I haven't had a flu shot in like 10 years, and I'm okay. Everything's okay.
You can get one for free at Target. I'll hook you up.
I'm not gonna get a vaccine.
Can you really? I'll take that.
Yeah, you get a $5 gift card.
I'll do it.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Go to Target.
Go.
I'm not getting a flu shot.
Why not?
I don't need one. I'm
Have
healthy.
you ever had
Do
the
you think
flu?
the government's going to control you?
No, I don't believe that. I don't get sick. I take care of myself.
We do have really good genes.
You guys do.
Okay, if that's what you think.
I do.
Okay.
I think that our father's side has some of the best
Greek god.
immuno-efficient genes.
Jesus Christ, dude. Think before you
Immuno-efficient
speak.
Genes possible.
Well, yeah, I took a DNA test and it showed
I just
that
took a DNA
we-
test, turns out.
Yeah, we're
Don't you
our
ever fucking
God's
quote Lizzo
chosen people, and we're Jewish.
6%. Okay.
That's fine. I'll take it.
It's because we're Polish.
I don't say full Jew. That's why I say Jew-ish.
No one
And
says
that's
that.
I say it.
Everyone says they're Jewish.
Okay, yeah, I'm Jewish.
Full Jews say they're Jewish.
Okay, that's fine. They can say that too.
It's a different kind of superlative.
That's why I say ish.
What does superlative mean?
I don't know, but it's a word.
Can you just fucking use it like
I
that?
think I'm using it correctly.
I'm sure you use a lot of words incorrectly.
I do.
He used to use arbitrary incorrectly,
Listen
which is
to
like
our
the
last
dumbest
fucking
thing.
podcast at the end.
Yeah, no shit. God.
It's just arguing.
I don't want to argue. I just want to say that
no,
I'm
sure.
right all the time, and the
Okay.
people on Reddit are wrong. And
That's
they
basically how
cyberbully
arguments
me.
work.
And I say, help me.
Just close your computer.
No,
Close the
someone needs to
window.
help me.
No one needs to help you.
They need to give me that Reddit karma
have to help
back.
me.
Cyberbullying does not exist,
No,
my brother.
No, they take away. I
My
have
brother, do you know
negative
the
like
way?
100 karma on Reddit right now.
That's
shit.
They just downvote you
How
to
do you-
hell.
No, how do you think that hurts my feelings?
Move on. Who fucking
Start a new
cares?
account.
I need to get more karma. I need to get that karma back.
Then make good posts.
And these people, they're anti-Semitic. I don't know how they found out I'm Jewish, but somehow by my writing style,
Now they know
found
you're
out.
Jewish. It's because you wrote from right to left.
Oh, that's how. Okay, yeah, that makes
backwards.
Yeah, I
No,
wrote
just-
it in Yiddish.
It's not backwards for them.
Right to left.
It's not backwards for them.
That's
Pretty fucking
Japanese.
That's just how you write it.
So you used to watch a lot of anime. I don't know if you still do.
I don't. I watch. My favorite anime is RuPaul's Drag Race, y'all.
So I've been watching One Piece, and I've definitely followed in your footsteps with that. I'm only on episode like 300 and like 24.
If you're following in my footsteps, are you buying swords and making mom mad?
No,
Okay, so you're not following in my footsteps.
but I know.
So you could do better
So,
always, Josh.
What you're doing is just copying me.
I know you've
I will
seen,
tell the teacher that you're copying on me.
I know you've seen a lot.
Turn your card
of
to
One
yellow.
Piece.
What?
I know you've seen a lot of One Piece.
Okay, yeah.
How far have you gotten in that series? Because it's still going on.
It stopped after a while.
Like, what was the arc? Like, what was happening?
Close
your ears, Alec.
It's the whole Cake Island.
Okay, I know where that is. You're good. You can get your headphones back.
You're good.
Okay.
He's good. You can put your headphones
I
on
know
back.
where that arc is.
Okay.
That's like episode.
It's weird when you have your headphones off. It doesn't feel like you're in the podcast anymore.
That's like episode 800.
I'm back in the podcast, guys.
So I mean, you're not too close to catching up where they are.
I know, but
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
I've been focusing on other things. You know,
Of
right?
course.
Right now,
He's
it's
got money to worry about.
It's all finance to me. You know,
Okay.
and you know it's really hard to get the right mindset.
What would you like to do with your financial success? Would you like to go into a career of finance for other people,
Yeah,
or
could you be a broker?
I
what's your
Do it for other
approach
people?
now?
I can help other people with
Wolf
that
of Wall Street. It.
and give them the right kind of guide. Like people message me all the time, like, "Hey Nick, you know, I see. Are you still doing the stocks? How's that going?" And I
How do
say-
you do?
And I say, "Yeah, I'm up like 400, 500% over this time period." And they say, "Oh, that's awesome." You know, and I show them, you know, it's like, "Oh, here's how I can help you out. You know, this is what you do." So it's not hard.
Real quick, do you like being reached out to for that advice?
Yeah, no, people can ask me anytime at all.
So go ahead and drop your
Any stock advice? Go ahead and reach Nick at.
I'm right here.
Okay.
How the fuck can they contact you on Instagram, Twitter?
Click,
What's your
click
preferred
the link
method?
below in
Phone
the
number?
description.
We're not gonna put a link below.
Click the
I
link
will put a
below
link.
in the description. I made an email address.
What is the email?
I made it today because
Start there.
Nickopersit at Gmail?
No, don't say that.
Well, now you just gave him
It's cryptohelpnick@gmail.com.
CryptoHelpNick at gmail.com. I got the Gmail right.
Yes.
It's a lucky guess.
I made that, and if you message me on there, I'm more than happy to help you out. Because Josh thinks it's okay to just give my phone number to people and say, "Oh, my brother knows this."
I did that one fucking time, and I was at work, and someone said he...
So you gave my phone number to some stranger while you were making pizzas at work.
Yes, I did.
That's bad.
And you got the call, and you were like, "Hey, I got this call from a guy who wanted to pay me money, and
No. Some
or
guy
you
called
give him
me
money."
and said, "Do you want to invest in Bitcoin?" And I'm just like, "No, I'm invested in something else." He's like, "Okay, bye." I was like, "Okay, cool."
It's
and
because-
this is when Chainlink was at $2. So
Yeah.
if he would have listened to me and not hung up on me,
In 2017?
yeah, he would have made a lot of money.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah, but he
But-
didn't. You know,
What was the defining factor for you realizing that Chainlink was the move?
it's their fundamentals and what they're doing with the project because
Smart
you know.
contracts.
So Bitcoin is the first. You know, they have proved that, you know, you own this there's math that goes into it, and
Calculus.
it can't be hacked.
Impossible.
You own.
It's decentralized.
Yeah, you own it.
They all are.
That is what it is. And then you kind of move into Ethereum, which is more programmable. It's more fluid. It's not, you either own Bitcoin or you don't own Bitcoin. Ethereum, you can build more on top of that. And, Ethereum has its own kind of issues. You have to pay a lot in fees to kind of move things around. And they say, oh, the network's clogged again. You have to pay, higher fees for that. But Chainlink, I'm going to say optimized again, but they're optimized in, bringing more, onto the, smart contract fields. And with smart contracts, you can put anything on a smart contract and make it work.
What is a smart contract?
It's just an agreement between two people, but it's they care the most about verifiable truth. So with verifiable truth, it's something that's objectively true, beyond a reasonable doubt. So when you have that, that's something everyone can agree upon.
How does a smart contract work? And I like the example you used when you told me about paychecks.
So, you can be creative and put a smart contract on anything. But, you have to, know what you want to do with it. So with a paycheck, let's say you're on payroll and you make $15 an hour. So you clock in, you type in your, employee number, you clock in. So that starts the contract. Oh, no, that starts the agreement. So while you're working and then you clock out, that ends the agreement. So between those two time periods where you clock in and clock out,
it's like you're under oath for that time period.
That's verified that you were there and you were working. And so you get paid, and it's the smart contract that's already programmed, pays you out. Immediately, yeah. Same time, same day. As soon as you hit clock out,
don't have to wait 2 weeks.
The network works fast enough where you're going to get your money as soon as you clock out. And that is the most efficient system that there is. Yes. You have to kind of unlearn the fact that, I'm going to get my paycheck in 2 weeks. Why would you want that?
It sucks. You got to wait.
Yeah, you got to wait. So
you get your money now.
You have to kind of figure that, that's the case. But, you can put a smart contract on other things too, like car insurance. Right now they have a video called Link My Ride where, nice. You can rent a Tesla and, they have Link as collateral. So you can rent.
Is Link a Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency?
It's a cryptocurrency.
Link is it's a token.
Chainlink.
So, people don't really use it.
We tell you to buy.
You can use it as a currency, but it's better used as a collateral. So when you put it up as a collateral, it's called staking. So you stake that and you get, rewards for providing objective truths to that. So you get paid a certain percentage, you get paid a certain amount of rewards in that. So with what Link My Ride does, is provides
such a dumb name. It
provides real world data, into the Tesla car to show, they've only drove this amount of miles, they've, put the car back in its position, they haven't damaged it in any ways. So yeah, you can rent a car without, having to go to a dealership, without having, dealing with all those people. And you don't have to hire those people or have a dealership. It can be parked anywhere in a parking lot. So that's going to save so much money. So why would a business not want to do that?
I never understood the concept of staking because I know staking from, it's so trivial, but RuneScape. And people...
It's always coming back to RuneScape for you.
It always comes back to RuneScape. That's how I learned a lot of my shit as a teenager, as an early teen. And so staking in RuneScape is essentially dueling for money. People put up the same kind of bet, and I was like, okay, we're gonna fight for 100 million gold each. We put up 100 million gold. You put up 100 million gold. Whoever wins gets 200 million.
You win 100 million profit.
Yes, that's what. Essentially 2 to 1. That's how I understand staking.
Yeah. So if that's your understanding of it, it's it's close. When you stake, you take all your coin, you take all your tokens, and put it in a pool. So you have skin in the game. So let's say you give data that is not true, but other sources say that, oh, well, that's the wrong data. So you lose that, and that goes on your track record. So, you're not going to be paid as much. People are going to know, hey, he gives false information. So
it's like bad karma.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
On Reddit.
Yeah, the cyberbullies. Help! Help me!
Help!
Help me!
Help!
I'm being cyberbullied. Help!
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 Help me!
Help!
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 Help me! Somebody help me! Thank you, Alec, for helping me when I was bench pressing that one time.
Yeah, remember?
That was a good day.
Yo, can I talk about that real quick? I went to the kitchen and I was like, you guys, okay, so this is a hilarious story to me and probably no one else. You guys used to buy these like 75-cent pizzas that you can make in the microwave.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Yeah. And when I was literally so poor, I had no money. I came in one night and I was making one of those pizzas, and you were in the gym working out in the garage, and I was making a pizza and I just heard help, help, and I was like, oh shit, and I went into Batman mode, like no, and I came up and I helped you out, and it was like, didn't like some of the weight slide off on one side, and it was just like.
I think that I was just kind of stuck mid-rep, but honestly, like, I just like doing that because it amuses me. Like, I'll do the weirdest stuff that just amuses myself.
Wait,
and no
so
one
that
else.
was fake? You didn't need help?
No, I did need help, but it's just funnier to me to be like, help me,
Yeah.
help me.
He's quirky like that.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like I saved your life.
You
No,
did. You did.
you
He
did,
genuinely needed
but
help, but he'll also just randomly say, help,
Yeah.
help me.
No, it's hard for me to take situations seriously sometimes.
It's
so
a quirk.
It's just fun for me. If I was gonna be stranded there for like 3 hours,
I would have been standing there for 3 hours happily.
You throw
Yeah.
it to the side and let it go.
I would have eventually, but I would enjoy my time saying help. Enjoy every minute. I would have
Have
lived.
you ever been stuck down there screaming help for X amount of time?
No. When I work out, I track all my progress through an app, so I know what I
I'm
can.
used to write it on paper
Yeah,
too.
no. I've
gotta-
7 reps is the
I
magic
gotta go
number.
to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, I've optimized it. I have an app.
Yeah, we've drank a lot.
So I know how much I can lift now. So if I want to do that now,
What's your max rep?
on what? On bench press?
Benching, yeah.
Well, it's calculated my 1 rep max is like 225, but that's just because I do higher reps.
What's your goal with exercising? Do you
I just take
try
care.
to but are you like going towards a goal? Are you trying to be like, I want to bench this much, I want to do this much, I want to run this fast, etc., or do you just do it because you like being healthy?
That stuff is just kind of arbitrary. I don't care how much I lift.
And that's how you use the word arbitrary, Josh, you fucker. Go ahead.
Oh my god. So, it's just about taking care of yourself. Like, I'm going to be the best me that I can be. Because, it's going back to the, body dysmorphia, transgender thing.
Do you have body dysmorphia?
I had it for a little bit, but, you have to learn to love.
Describe that to me if you could.
I was born with a curse mark, and I'm ugly and gross.
Curse mark, you mean the,
Yeah, no, the birthmark that I have.
Yeah.
So,
You just call it a curse mark?
Yeah, well, it is what it is, It's a complicated thing, and,
What is it exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. It's just, my arm is red.
Just a birthmark?
This is a birthmark, but, it's, you learn to kind of like yourself more, and,
Body
it's-
positivity.
It's something you don't choose, but, you have to have the right attitude about almost everything in life, and your
It's definitely
body
interesting.
your body is one of them. You have to have the right attitude about that, but
Josh always tells me hyperhidrosis runs in the family. I thought that was the cause of the birthmark.
No, that's a different thing.
No.
It's like
We're just sweaty people.
it's a very rare thing. So like 1% of people have it, and I've only met like 2 other people that sweat out of their hands a lot.
It's not always in the hands. It's just
But I was gonna say it's like
excessive sweating.
Yeah,
Got it.
It's excessive sweating of the hands, feet. Can be the head. It can be the armpits.
Just whatever.
Just
Yes.
wherever you sweat, it's excess amounts.
For no reason.
For no reason. That's fine. You know, sometimes I have more anxiety and I sweat more. That's fine. I will watch a movie where I have anxiety and I'll sweat a lot more.
Spooky movie. It's spooky movie season.
Yeah. Spooky movie. I was watching some movie. It's just like, oh my god, like I am just drenched.
Oh my fucking god. He made the best fucking quote about a video we made
What?
back in the day.
What?
So he got here super early, of course, so I get the
I was gonna say, dude,
get the
you
drinks
literally
cold.
FaceTime me in bed.
right here. He was sitting right
I
here.
was literally in bed, and then you put the camera on Josh. You were playing like Smite or something,
I was
right?
playing Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
And so I was in my room, I was putting on a shirt, and he was like, he comes in, he's looking in my closet, and he's like, what is this? And I'm like, I point to there's a bong in there, but I pull up the Snoop Dogg
Oh, the bong's in there?
and the Snoop Dogg action figure, and he was like, oh, it's Snoop Dogg. He was
You
like,
need to
oh,
give that to
okay.
Ryan.
And I pull out my
Ryan, hit me up for the bong.
I pull up my airsoft gun, and he's like, what is that, a gun? Did you get that out of a mystery box at the front door? Obvious
Nice.
shouts out to 3 Spooky 5 Me. And I was like, okay.
Damn, that's a scary concept, you know, getting a gun with a big orange tip on it in some mysterious box.
Yeah.
Damn, that's scary.
Shouts out to 4 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
That was longer than 4 years.
It
Are
was
you
like
kidding?
6.
What does it have, like 30 views now?
Like 200
Yeah,
and
it's got
some
a lot,
odd,
Oh,
actually.
my
almost 3.
200?
That's
Yeah.
got a lot.
My god, that's the whole village.
It's
Yeah.
it's still not my most viewed video, unfortunately. What do you want? Beer?
Hell yeah! Let's go, Nick. Let's go, Nick.
The after party after
Let's
the
go,
podcast is gonna be
Nick.
lit.
Yeah, we're making food later.
Oh,
so,
bro,
I
we're
mean,
so. Oh,
we're
well.
barbecuing.
Oh.
Burgies for dinner, for lunch.
I kind of made plans with somebody.
I know, but that was later.
That's
like immediately after, I'm gonna make food.
I can't wait to drunk drive home.
When did you make these plans for? What time?
Literally wouldn't 5:30.
Okay, well,
I can invite them over.
2:50, so
I don't know if I can eat two, because I know we eat.
I'll make you small food.
Alright,
I got you. Don't worry about it.
alright.
Don't worry about it, baby.
I just plan on drinking a beer or two when we go.
I said it was grilling time.
Bro, we can change the plans. Obviously, she's fluid.
Do you guys listen to other podcasts?
Yes.
He does. I don't. I like.
Do you?
I make the art,
Oh,
but I don't
yeah.
listen to the art.
No, I
I
have
don't watch TV.
I love
Yes.
the podcast Come Town. That's my favorite podcast.
What?
Can you spell that for me?
CUMTOWN.
That's kind of what I thought you said.
Who does it and what's it about?
Yeah, no shit.
It's just a couple of New York dudes doing cool stuff, and they'll say funny jokes. It's a comedy podcast, so I love listening to them. And I'll tell Josh some of the jokes about them. I texted him one, and he really loved it, and it's so funny.
You don't text me, Nick. Why don't you text me? Do you still text Yesenia?
No,
Text Yesenia for me.
I am not single anymore. Why would I text her?
Let her know. Be like, hey, you never text me. Just send her one text.
Fucking hilarious.
I swear to God, just send her
She's
one
not
text.
single either.
Could you send it right now for me? Like, that'd be awesome.
After the podcast, yeah.
Can you do it right now? It'd mean a lot more if you did it live.
Okay.
Just text her right now and be like, hey, it's me, Nick. Why don't you ever text me?
What did you send me from Cumtown? Was it the fucking copy pasta?
No.
The Cocktober?
No, that's disgusting. I would never send you that. So
Because it looks like, from what I'm seeing right now, you
Don't
did.
say anything.
I don't have Yesenia's number anymore, so I'm not gonna text
We
her.
can give that to
That's fine. So what I texted Josh is, it was like the
Why is it so long?
you. It's a copy pasta, that's why.
Yeah, that's just a stupid shit post.
Yes.
So what I texted
No,
Josh
I'm gonna read the whole thing.
Okay.
is, I text him and it's the Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein thing. So he knows what I'm talking about now. Yeah. So I said, shout out to Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein, the Wario and Waluigi of rape.
The Wario and Wario of rape. The two dudes no one wants to get raped by.
Yeah, the Wario and Waluigi of rape. And that's
Jesus
what they said on
Christ,
Cometown.
dude.
And truly
Do you
love
think
them.
they wrote all this and then put emojis between it, or they wrote it all and then did the emojis after?
It was just.
I would put the
all at
emojis
once.
after.
It was all at once. He's referring to the Cocktober copy pasta.
Still reading it. It's like 3 paragraphs long.
It's so long.
It's fucking long.
Yeah. It's just a copy paste. Oh, here's this with all the annoying emojis.
Copy pasta.
It's ridiculous.
I hate all the emojis, dude.
It's
give me my
supposed
phone
to be
back.
annoying and make you mad.
Sorry, did I scare you, girl? What's up, girl?
I need to read the
keep,
B now.
keep talking. I've got another paragraph to go.
Well,
and
why
then
don't-
read your B now.
Are you gonna read it out loud for the rest?
No,
of
Josh told me not to read it out loud.
Okay. That's Josh being, spoiled sport about it.
I just
What happened to your eye?
I just skipped
why do you
forward
have
to
a-
Josh's reply. That was awesome.
You wouldn't tell me earlier.
Oh
but
no, I hurt
you-
my eye in a shooting accident
How?
with Granny.
How? That was a fucking while ago. Why do you
I was
still
gonna
have a
say you
mark?
got a shiner, bro.
So what happened was me and Granny went
Look
shooting.
at the camera right now so everyone can see your shiner.
Oh,
Your
it's-
left eye.
yeah.
It's right,
Yeah, no, like
right there.
so. Me and Granny went shooting, and
Our grandmother on our dad's side.
grandmother.
Nice.
She just got a gun, and it's the scariest thing ever because she doesn't know how gun safety works. I don't know why they sold her a gun.
Dude, your burps smell like fucking.
Dude, I'm gone.
I'm gone too. For a moment, I zoned out and I was just like, "Oh shit, I'm drunk." And I came back and I was like, "I'll take another one." But like,
Getting up to go
sorry,
to the
we're getting
bathroom.
so messy.
So grandma at gun range.
So we went to the
Gun
gun
range.
range, and you have to wear glasses, and you have to wear a mask.
Eye safety, ear protection, and
So
mask
I
now.
have to
And
be
COVID protection.
right behind her while she shoots and make sure she doesn't point the gun at anyone. She always keeps it down range.
Etiquette.
So I have to be right over her shoulder. But when you shoot a gun, hot cartridges fly out of the gun because they're, one
They
goes in, one
explode.
goes out.
Expelled.
Yeah, they're expelled out of the cartridge. But when you wear a mask and one lands into your mask,
It lands in there. It gets stuck.
it got stuck and it
Oh.
seared the bottom of my eye right there. And that's
Okay.
fine, And you have to be cool in that situation. I'm not gonna. I didn't freak out.
Like, oh, fuck.
She didn't
You're
even.
like,
She didn't know that
COVID.
happened to me at all. I didn't acknowledge it at all. I was still, all about the gun safety.
what a grandma didn't even care about your safety.
That's fine. She didn't know. I didn't tell her.
Well, if you're trying to learn gun safety, you should probably say, "Hey, yo, ow." I don't know.
Point your cartridges somewhere else.
Yeah, seriously.
You can't choose where the cartridges come out,
yes.
and
You cannot stand right there.
and that's fine. I went out of the way. I went on the other side of her, and she learned that they're hard because she was wearing shorts, and she's like, "Why am I getting burned on my legs? Ow!" And I'm just like, "Oh well, the cartridges come out hot. Trust me, I know."
I got peppered one time at a shooting range. Shotgun rounds are notorious for if you get peppered, it's like you get shot, not like fatally, but like a BB or two will hit you
Oh.
from a distance.
I almost got my fucking leg blown off by a shotgun.
We'll get to that story next.
Sure.
Basically, I'll tell you a story about when I almost got shot by a shotgun. It was insane. But basically, we're at a shooting range, and there's a guy shooting a shotgun at a shooting range for rifles and handguns. You're not supposed to shoot shotguns because it's all metal plating. It's called plinking. He shoots one of the metal targets, and it bounces off, and it hits me in the leg, and it burns me. The other time, because that's not as interesting as this other time, but the other time we went dove hunting with my dad. It's me and my dad and
What
his
are you
friend.
doing?
Nothing.
Weirdo.
I'm listening to the story.
You fucking
Quit
weirdo.
interrupting.
It's okay to masturbate to this story. It's a good story.
Continue, please.
Alright, so we bring lawn chairs and we sit down because a lot of it's just sit down, and then if a bird flies, you go up and shoot it. So my dad gets up and he's waiting for the birds to come by, and we are there, and no birds are coming by. It's been like 2 hours, and what happens is my dad gets all mad. He's like, "God damn it, why aren't you having a good time?" And I was like, "Cause nothing's happening." And he's like, "Well, come here, something will happen." And I swear to God, I get up out of my chair. Keep going, it's all good. I get up out of my chair, and then I walk over to my dad, and
So Nick is pantomiming everything Alex says.
yeah, it's all good. Yeah, for those listening.
Thanks for ruining the joke, Josh.
It's for the audio listeners.
It's for myself and my own sick pleasures.
It's for the people on Spotify who
I
don't
also
get
just
the
took a
video.
drink, so take a
That's
drink.
fine. That's fine. It's a psychological game, Josh.
I also just took a
You'll
drink.
You'll see.
I also just took a
Continue
drink.
your
Just take a
story.
drink,
This will
Nick.
fulfill its prophecy.
He's
in the future.
He's
Okay,
avoiding me
Mothman.
telling him to take a drink because he's drunk. He's scared.
The prophecy.
He is scaredy
Okay,
cat. He
Mothman,
is
the
scaredy
Mothacy.
boy.
The Mothacy. The moth.
Anyway, what happens is I get out of my chair, I walk over to my dad, and like I take 10 steps, and all of a sudden you hear bird, 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 and then you hear a shotgun go off, and we hear the shotgun go off, and it's my dad's friend Jim. He's taking a shot at a dove because we're dove hunting, and you hear like against my chair that I just got out of, and if I didn't get out of that chair, I would have been shot by a shotgun.
Nice.
Yeah, because you got to aim up for the dove, but
Yes.
because we were on a hill, he was aiming at me basically. And
Why are you downrange?
everyone's scattered out, and I was sitting down, and my dad, I remember his voice cracked when he said it. He's like, "Watch where you're aiming," because I almost got shot. Like literally, if my dad at that moment didn't say, if he didn't get mad and call me over, he got pissed off because I was sitting down like eating Skittles or something. I was like,
Did you buy the Skittles or did you just find Skittles?
no, I think he bought the Skittles for me.
The
but
Skittles were required beforehand.
the Skittles were required
okay.
beforehand to help pass the time because
Ooh, Skittles.
he knew it'd be a lot of sitting down, but he ended up getting mad because it looked like I was having not a good time and I wasn't. And then he basically saved my life from
Yeah.
getting shot by a shotgun.
Well, you know, that's what I missed most about Disneyland is just
All
having
the shotguns.
No, having families be mad at their kids for not having fun. You know, because
When I went to Disney, can I cut you off real quick?
That's
Just
fine.
one more
Yeah.
time for a story. My sister Jenna took me to Disneyland for my 18th birthday, and I remember feeling so special. And we went to Disneyland, and we show up there, and we were there before the gates open because she's like, "You gotta get there before the gates open."
Yes.
We get there before the gates open. We're literally like 5th or 6th in line. We get there, and this like fat old woman who's like 40 or 50 like bum rushes in front of me, and it was the saddest thing I've ever seen. She bum rushes in front of me, like bumps into me, and like or gets like a thing of popcorn for like $20. And I realized like that woman came alone, and I was like, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, we have the annual pass to Disneyland not by choice.
I use it. I utilize it to the fullest.
Yes, and I haven't used it in a whole ass year.
Happy COVID.
But like, sure, we go sometimes. We go as a family, or you go because Marissa has one too. You go as a
we go.
couple. You do the couple Disney stuff, whatever.
The husband and wife
Yeah,
shit.
and it's fun, you know.
Sure, I agree. That would be super fucking cool. But like, Disneyland's not that great.
You're
It's not.
missing the point that I like most about Disneyland.
What do you like about
most?
Disneyland?
It's nice to know that foreigners are gonna beat their kids, and I could watch it.
I like seeing the kids on leashes. I like that.
You know
I
what?
like
You know what's
that.
really funny?
And I know I've been on the receiving end, so you know my debt has been
Damn.
paid. Someone watched, laughed at me, and now I get to watch and laugh at them.
I do like. However, whenever I go to Disneyland, there's a lot of honeys. There's a lot of bitches at Disneyland.
You should have just said honeys. You
There's a lot of honeys.
made
at
it
Di-
derogatory.
There's a
with
lot of
bitches.
honeys at Disneyland.
That's why you don't get any honeys, because you're
I don't try.
derogatory.
I don't try to get the honeys.
Okay, good.
I
He
just
doesn't get the bees. He wants the stingers.
I just look at the honeys.
Yeah, that's good.
I just look at the honeys.
All right. Yeah,
There's
you
a
can look
lot
at
of
the
honeys
honeys.
at Disneyland.
You can look at the honeys, but I'm looking at the kids
Okay,
getting beat.
there you go. That redeems it.
Comma.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. You know that. You know it's the sweetest thing. It's so fun. Just
Sweeter than honey.
sweeter. I don't even look at
Sweeter
the
than the
girls.
honeys.
That's fine. I don't need to look at the
Because
girls.
you got a wife.
That's fine.
You can't look at women. That's not allowed.
I don't care.
And that's
but
fine.
you know,
It's perfect.
the funnest part is you
Ain't
know
no problem.
It's cute. You know, it's a fun place to just go and chill. You know, it's nice.
For
You-
$1,000 a day.
I don't pay for it. You got the annual pass.
You go for free.
You go for free.
You don't even
I know
pay
you
for
guys had the
parking.
anal pass. Damn.
We've had it for like 2 years.
Yeah, and we would go once a month. You go once a month.
When it was open.
You know, watch an Iranian man beat his kids. Like, no, you do not do this.
I'm Borat.
No. You guys don't do voices on your podcast?
No, we don't do impressions.
You don't do impressions?
If we had Ryan, we could do some New York accents right now.
But I do want to go back to when I almost got shot and killed.
Yeah, go back to that. And then Nick can talk about his experience with kids.
He's our ex-step grandpa. Currently lives with our regular grandma on our mom's side. His name is Norm. Oh, what's up, Norm? He would like to take us shooting, me and my dad. You were always busy with work or something.
Make sure it doesn't Dick Cheney you.
Almost happened. But, so, we went shooting up in Fraser Park.
That's not a place you're allowed to go shooting.
There's this special place where it's like, you just drive up and there's designated, not even
You're
designated.
there to look at stars at Fraser Park, bro.
There's, like, designated spots where, like, people would accept, like, okay, you can go shooting there. What the fuck is he doing?
Making faces, bro. Tell your story.
Tell your story, Josh.
But, so, we went shooting one day, and we shot skeet. Which is a lot of fun.
Skeet.
It's a lot of fun to shoot skeet. And so it was his turn. Like, he was up, skeet was shot, he shot, boom. It was like it was a double barrel. It was kind of like they were stacked on top of each other, double barrel. And so
it's a double barrel. It's just over under.
Yeah. It wasn't the side by side.
Yeah, over under and side by side. You got it.
So he shot.
People who named guns were not very smart or very.
I know it as the Olympia from Black Ops. Call of Duty.
Just call it an over under.
Yes. It was. So he shot and then whatever, and then he hit a rock on his foot. Like, he stepped, and then he kind of stumbled, and he fell. He threw his gun. It discharged, literally like a foot away from me, like to my left, and the gun was like right next to me, like a foot to the left and behind. So a straight 90-degree angle away from me, discharged, and almost blew my fucking leg off.
It would have.
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 And so, like, thanks, Norm. Like, you stepped on a rock and lost
you the real OG shooting
all your
kids,
balance
dog.
and threw your gun right next to me.
Shout out to Norm, almost killing a kid.
I'm grateful. You know, I got both legs. I'm not the Blade Runner. I didn't kill my wife. I didn't try to kill my wife.
You just had to go there.
Documentary is out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's how we differ.
You killed your wife?
You don't.
Marissa, blink once for help.
Run.
The prophecy. Well,
the Mothacy?
The prophecy said that there would be a prophecy.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
Thanks.
That's profound.
Okay, thanks for clapping for me. I really appreciate it.
The prophecy perceived a prophecy.
Yeah, when the prophecy happens.
You're just like your dad when he's drunk, by the way.
The prophecy happens.
You're just like
me
his dad.
or him?
You, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The prophecy perceived a prophecy? Wow, how many movies did you see?
Thanks for making fun of me, Josh.
You're welcome.
Just like our boomer dad.
He's not a boomer.
Your dad's not a boomer?
Okay.
Well, I have the wedding video if you want to watch it. You're in it.
Everyone that's happier than me
Low-key,
is
that wedding
boomer.
video, like, inspires me. I watch it from time to time.
You're in it.
My wedding video?
No, our parents' wedding video. I have it on my
It's like
computer.
the sweetest thing.
I'm just like, I don't have a wedding video.
Not yet.
I don't
the sweetest thing.
I'll be there to record it. You'll pay someone to record it, and I'll be there recording it for free. I'm going to use my videos instead of theirs.
Marissa doesn't trust you or like you.
She doesn't trust me or like me either.
Well,
because I tell her not to.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you salvage that.
Yeah. No, I told her. I said he's a Wario. Don't listen. He's a Wario.
And Wario cheats.
That's how you salvage everything.
Wario cheats.
Just remember, when we were in Hawaii, I took those pictures specifically at the moment.
Yeah, and I also had a nice Hawaiian man take pictures too.
Yes, but that was a fake moment.
That's fine.
I got the real moment.
Okay, yeah. That's good. If you want to hold stuff over my head,
I'm not holding anything over your head.
I can hold stuff over your head too.
What can you hold over my head?
You know, the thing.
Such as, I want you to say it to all of our viewers, please.
They know.
What can you hold over my head?
They know.
That means nothing.
Truth is, all 20 people that you tell right now, Nick, probably would know.
You know. Oh, you know.
They don't know anything.
I can't even blink anymore. I'm so drunk.
Oh my god,
I have nothing to hide from anybody.
I'm
Please tell me.
That's the alcohol talking, Josh.
toasted. So drunk.
You've had like
You're not
3
drunk.
drinks.
Look at all these drinks I've had.
This is number 5.
This is 4 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, I've had 13.
There's 3 of us. This is number 5.
I broke the record.
9.
4,
Let it be on the record
11,
that
12,
I
13,
drank the most on this show.
14. So
You
you drank,
had 4.
you drank 5. Or 4?
4?
4 is the math.
But we also had shots.
Okay.
You and I, not him.
I know. I'm saying we, bro. Chill.
Shot in 5.
We're counting.
5, 4, 3.
This
2,
is-
1.
Yeah, no. This is great entertainment. We're
Hush.
counting. What comes after 6?
7.
D9.
That's good.
How many seasons belong in a TV show? How many seasons is Sopranos?
Oh my god.
40.
It was like 5?
No, The Sopranos? That's a good You want to talk about The Sopranos?
How many?
I'd
I'm just asking how many
do.
seasons they have.
Damn, they have I think it's like 7.
I mean, you've seen all of it. You should know.
Well, because they have 7A and then 7B.
What's the difference?
These drinks are gluten free.
Most seltzers are.
It's just
Cool.
that's just how they put it, you know. If you watch The Sopranos, you would know.
Gonna take a fat piss.
Because
Go for it.
yeah,
We'll look at some brother talk
we get
about the
yeah.
Sopranos.
All right, yeah. No, if you want to have brother talk about something else, we can have brother talk about something else. It's about what brother stuff you want to talk about.
What's it like being the older brother? Because we're 2 of 2 kids. Our parents didn't have any other kids. I'm the youngest. You're the oldest. What's it like having a younger brother?
All right.
Like, do you have an expectation to live up to, or like?
So you know what happened. You know all the stuff that's gone on.
Yes.
You know, you understand our situation.
Yes.
You
Very
know?
special.
It's a special situation full of special people.
Yes.
You know. So, you know, once we moved to California, I gave everything to help out everyone else.
Yes.
You know, I didn't help myself out, you know, and I grew a lot. I really did. You know,
I believe
and
it. I see it.
I want you to grow too. You know, but I don't know what you're going to do to grow.
I'm stuck in school mode.
You're stuck in school mode. So you've been
I
going to...
actually today, shouts out to everyone watching, because I just got accepted to the California State University of Channel Islands, for real.
That's
So,
good. So you've only
100%.
been going to a 2-year school for 6 years.
Yes,
That's what Granny said, not me.
that's what I said,
No, Granny said that to me.
and I said that.
We were talking about you, and, you know, she's like,
Well,
oh, you know,
I know it. I've said it. I've been going to Moore Park Community College for 6 years, and today I got the email saying I was fully admitted to Channel Islands.
yeah. But, you know,
So I take that as a step forward.
that's good. And I want you to do the best for yourself. And I can't teach you the lessons that I had to learn myself. And you have to learn the lessons yourself.
But what's it like being the older brother? You're 4 years. That's a long time older than me.
I spent 10 years taking care of mom and dad, helping them out, and I owe them nothing. They owe me nothing. We worked, you know, to get to where we're at now. And now I've become more successful in my trading, and now I'm focusing on myself, helping myself out for once. It's very strange because, you know, I still focus on the others that I live with, you know, my girl and my dog. You know, they
The
come
others.
before me 100% of the
That's what
time.
being a man is about.
They're always going to come before me. And that's, you know, that's a value that I hold close to my heart. I'm always going to put them before myself. You know, she asks, do you want to buy anything for yourself? How come you don't want anything for yourself? And I say, I would rather have you be happy before I become happy.
Before them was me.
Yeah, I tried to make you happy.
And I always pushed you away.
You would push me away.
If
And
I may, didn't he buy you a Switch?
I bought my Switch.
What did he buy you?
He bought me the Nintendo,
The Wii U.
The Wii U.
I bought you the Wii U.
The Wii
Talk
U.
about that if you guys want to talk about anything, because that
You-
was a gracious gift from your brother.
You-
It was a gift.
You
Yes.
used it once.
I played Smash. with him
played
multiple
Smash.
times. Multiple times.
10 times.
10 times.
It's okay. Ryan currently has it.
Oh my god.
It's in really good hands.
That's fine. You know, if other people have the gifts that I so graciously
Is that what he was playing the Mario thing on?
That's what we play
bestowed
every Wii game on.
upon you.
Oh.
But I took you for granted. I pushed you away, and I regret that because you're a really cool dude. And I can appreciate now as adults that we are closer than we've ever been,
Yeah.
and I like that. I think that just because I'm the younger brother and, you know, we're 4 years apart, that's a pretty good difference. Granted, you have drastic more differences between your siblings.
Don't bring me into this, motherfucker.
I'm
This
just
is
saying.
about you.
I'm just saying, you have bigger distances.
Sure, and I'm working on it. You do you, though. Leave me the fuck out of here.
But I'm going to bring this back to you.
All right, fine, fuck.
4 years isn't that much compared to how, like, David's, 30-something and you're 26?
Yeah, so everyone in my family is 2 years apart except for David and Jenna. So I'm 26, Eric's 28, Ashley is 30. Shout out to Ashley. Jenna must be 32, and David's like 36.
So fucking 10 years. Imagine if we were 10 years apart.
10 years.
How different we'd be. We would never talk.
But here's the thing, though, with me and David, bro, it's different because it's like, here's the thing with you. And I remember sitting you guys down one day, and I was like, yo, you guys need to chill because it's not us versus them, it's you versus them. And in a weird way, like, all I've ever had is my siblings. All I've ever had was David, Jenna, Ashley, Eric, Anthony. All I've ever had was them. Because I couldn't talk to my mom and dad. I couldn't talk to my family. I could talk to my siblings. And that's the main difference, right? I never had that opportunity to sit down with my mom and dad until honestly recently and be like, hey, these are the problems we have. Hey, these are the issues you and I have. Until recently. Everything was filtered, if you will, through family. And in a way that works because it brought us together, right? And that's the weird thing, too. Like, I meet a lot of people who are, like, only child or they don't come from a big family, bro. I've got 3 brothers and 2 sisters, and all my cousins they're 8 strong. I've got 8 cousins.
That's a lot. We
Yeah.
got 2.
Yeah, man, and it's different.
4.
It's different when you grow up around people who are your age, because you got to learn.
You're so tall.
It's just it's just social behavior, bro. You learn how to be social with them, you know. And when there's 8 cousins on the side and 6 siblings on my side, it's like you got to learn how to deal with people who are different, and you got to understand how to interact with people who are different, and it's okay because they're family, and you got to learn to see eye to eye even though you see so different. So my siblings are like a blessing because they share, like, the only person I feel comfortable getting in a fist fight with to this day, I thought about this a few days ago, is Eric. Because we used to fight all the time. Like, physically, we would just fucking fight. And he was always bigger, he was always stronger, and he always won.
Interesting.
It just was.
See, I've gotten into a fight with Nick once, and the only way
We
I
did
got
it. We
the
fought
only
all
way
the time.
I
I
got
got sent
out
to
of
the
it
emergency room.
was spitting in his face.
I don't remember that.
It was right here. It took place right in front of the stairs.
I don't remember that.
Because you've always been stronger than me. And I spit in your face. And you're like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you spit in my face? And I was like, oh, it worked. I don't know.
That's disgusting. I don't remember that.
Exactly. It gets anyone off
Grody.
of you. It works.
I wouldn't say anyone, bro. And here's the thing.
It gets most people off.
Here's the thing that my
Anything
dad
that makes them more mad.
Here's the thing that my dad and David has taught me, because David was an only child basically until he realized my dad started a second family. Like, really, my brother David was an only child for a long time. And one day he grew up and he realized, he's like, yo, the thing about fighting is and this is where I learned from David, like, eventually you're gonna find somebody who's just like stronger than you, and when you punch them, they don't go down. And that's the thing with Eric too. Like at a certain point, Eric would punch me, bro, and I just wouldn't go down. I would fight him back. You know what I'm saying? And at a certain point, I think that's an important lesson for us all to learn, to realize, like, you could talk all the shit you want, you could talk all the fucking mean things you want, but at the end of the day, bro, you gotta be brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're playing the game on long road trips.
You gotta go for his wrist. See, that's the thing. As a brother,
no, you
bro,
only go for the finger.
No, that's the thing. As a brother, I know you go for the wrist, and you make it happen.
He slowed it down for me.
Yeah, I let you win.
He
That's
did.
the only time I've let you win.
And that's the thing with six.
Oh, okay. I see
with 6 siblings, there is no "I'm gonna let you win." There is. You have to fucking catch me, bitch. There is. You have to fucking beat me, bitch. Until you do that, you're nothing. And I remember when I visited Ashley on a road trip most recently. Eric flexed his muscle and I flexed mine, and I was working at Panda at the time, and I had some guns because all you do is flip chow mein and rice and cook all day. And I had some guns, and I was like, bro, let's arm wrestle. And he saw my arms. He's like, bro, I'm not gonna arm wrestle you. You're too big. You grew too big. And it's like, it's that one thing where, like, my dad always told me, he's like, one day you'll be bigger than your brother, and it'll be be fun. He won't fight you anymore because he's scared of you.
Well, did that push you with having so many siblings? Just like, oh, well, I want to be better.
You don't have a choice.
All right.
You don't have a choice.
Good. I want to push Josh to be better. I want him to, live his best life. My decision's my life. I optimize my life to be, I think it's going to be the best for me.
But it's different when there's 6 kids involved versus 2 kids involved.
Yeah, and you know what? That's just more competition.
And that's the thing. I grew up around a lot of competition.
Maybe you're not going to be last place. If you're going to accept last place, then fine. You
don't accept last place. That's the thing.
But if you're going to be last place, you better have like doctors in your family, lawyers in your family. That way you can kind of graciously accept, maybe I'm not this, but still I'm my best me.
And here's the crazy thing too, man. I feel that way too. Like my sister Jenna, she's a property manager. She kind of followed in the footsteps of my dad. She's very successful. She makes the most money out of all of us, hands down. Ooh. But my sister Ashley, she just opened up her own salon. And I remember growing up, she's the one who was always cutting hair, always... Excuse me, I'm drunk. Woo! Always cutting hair, always doing this, always doing that. But she was fucking...
That's autism.
Josh, that's offensive to me.
Okay, well...
I haven't been tested for it yet.
You don't yet. Okay. Anyway, and she did that, and Eric's killing it in, like, Eric, go pee.
Oh, okay. I can just go pee?
Yeah, yes. There's no rules, bro. We don't care.
Okay. Yeah, I had 10 seltzers, so
you did not have 10.
It's all recorded. It doesn't matter. And Eric's killing it in the Motorhead game, right? And then me, like, I'm
a mechanic.
And obviously David's killing it in illustration and animation.
Season 3 just got approved for Dream Corp LLC.
Yeah, bro, and he got signed to that season, bro. Yep. And like, it's so cool that I get to sit down with him and drink a beer and be like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, season 3's approved," before anyone else knows. And I know it sounds so small, but like, David, I love you, man. And Eric, I love you. Ashley, I love you. Jenna, I love you. Anthony, I love you.
Who is your favorite sibling?
I don't have a favorite sibling, but I can tell you the order I've learned the most from.
Like from most to least.
I've learned the most from David, and then Ashley, and then Eric.
It's because they're old.
And then Anthony, and then Ashley. Not to put Ashley last, I think Ashley and I just vibe on a level to where I can hit her up and call her, etc., etc. You know the deal.
Well, she is the Arizona sister, so.
Yeah, but like to where like, also Ashley and I just clicked, bro. At my dad's place last time we were chilling, like we just drank beer and talked, and like the vibes were all there. Like, and the thing is, like, it's not that I don't want to say I haven't learned as much from Ashley as I can, but like, I've learned it all from David, and then Ashley and I get to talk about, because Ashley was taught from David too, and that's what we talked about last time. Like, she's learned so much from David and all the knowledge he has to give, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley and I have really synced up with David and learned about David and kind of where we can join and sync up. And I don't need to learn from Ashley because she's like my source of like confirmation rather than new knowledge, right? To where I can be like, hey, David said this. Hey, oh shit, you're living this right now? Okay, confirmed. Like we were both lucky enough to learn from David, to where like I don't learn anything from Ashley because we have the same teacher. You know, not to discredit Ashley being at the bottom of the list. It's just a matter of like her role's different than David's or Eric's. You know, so it's just one of those things.
Do you think that if we had a middle child, you were the oldest, I was the youngest, and there was a middle, like it would change our dynamic? I think our dynamic now is perfect.
I don't know. That's, there's
it's all hypothetical.
There's still what ifs where it's just like, I don't know. That's ridiculous. Why would you ask that? Because I'm not going to picture that. I can't see that. The thing that I think is just like, what do you expect out of me as your older brother? And what do I expect out of you as your younger brother?
Those are great questions.
What do you expect out of me as your younger brother?
So when we moved out here,
expectations and what?
I made sure our parents were taken care of. I took care of everyone else before I took care of myself.
Because you were working at that time. You were at the working age.
Yo, and Nick, you were a grinder, man.
Yeah.
Don't ever think for a second.
Always have been.
Yeah.
Don't ever think for a second I haven't ever thought that of you, man. Like I've always thought super highly of you.
Yeah, and that's how it is. It's just like, this is what I have done. And now, now's the kind of point where it's just like, yes, I focus on myself, and myself being...
Because you've took care of everyone else.
Myself being my family, the little family that I have.
The doggo.
The dog and the girl that I live with.
Oh, I love the doggo.
De-evolve.
So, now it's just like, maybe my standards are different from what I expect Josh to do versus what he's actually doing.
Can I say this real quick? I don't know if this is going to contribute to your conversation, but I've talked to a lot of people, my sister being one of them, and my sister has a daughter, Rachel. Rachel, I say this every time, if you're watching this podcast, turn it the fuck off. You're not old enough. But...
How old is she?
She's like 12 or 13 right now.
Oh, so she's single.
Bro.
No.
I will fight you over that.
No.
It's not cool.
Should be single till they're 20. That'd solve a lot of problems.
Alright.
Sure, but...
So...
territory.
I forgot what I was saying. You just derailed the fuck out of me.
That's a trap that I set for you.
You're talking... Rachel is 12 to 13. She may or may not watch the show. We don't know.
She's not allowed to watch the show.
Touchy-feely family moment. What you expect out of your brother. So what I expect...
It looks like it's gone forever.
I lost it.
That's fine. Good. I derailed it, because me and Josh are more important than... I don't know what you're talking about.
Shit, I wouldn't say that. I'm not important at all.
Okay, so that's your attitude. You're always going to have that mindset.
I'm very negative.
You're never going to be successful.
I'm very negative,
with that attitude,
and you're very positive.
You're not going to succeed with that attitude, and that is disgusting.
I'm on the fast track to being a team leader target.
Isn't that just kind of shitting on him when you call him disgusting? That's just negative reinforcement.
Yes.
And that's like scientifically proven to be like just a negative thing all around.
No, it's
you got to be supportive.
It's proven to work.
No, it disgusts me that the fact that he can be negative. Yeah, I'd love to lift my brother up and help him out be the best Josh he can be. But, things disgust me, and I'm going to call it out because I'm so drunk. It's...
Are you really drunk right now?
Yeah, no, I feel really good about my life.
No. That's not what being drunk is.
It could be to him.
Maybe I don't understand what being drunk is.
Scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are you?
Was it the 2019 Christmas
party? How many
party
social interactions have you had with people?
Since COVID,
was it the last Christmas party from DP?
Let him go.
No, I don't know.
Because you get drunk at those.
Oh, those are bad. That's when Nega Nick comes out.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, no, the Shadow Nick comes out. The negative version. Nega Nick, if you will.
Yep, I agree.
So, that guy's a real piece of shit, but
he's all right. He's not bad.
He's all right. He's not
just
bad, but
fucking arrogant.
He's done a lot of bad stuff at conventions. He's done a lot of good stuff other places, but he comes and goes. You drink, you turn into someone else. Great. That's how it is. That's how life is.
Do you feel proud of being like the older brother? Like, do you have like the sense of responsibility you have to upkeep?
I would cut you off right there and say clearly, because he's already said time and time again how much he's like helped provide for you and the family.
I've helped out enough. I paid my fair share and then some.
But even after the fact, like now,
even after the fact,
is it still his responsibility?
Older brother, like.
Well, you never text me. I'm always texting you first.
Sure. Okay.
Did you text Yesenia?
No.
I don't have her
doesn't
number.
have her number.
I'm sorry. Remember I sent you that video? Look, I can
of
do
you crushing the can.
I can do the video.
He's gonna do it live.
Hi Josh, it's me. Happy birthday. Here's your can crush.
He sent me a
Here you
video
go.
that's like 6 years old.
Happy birthday. I hope you like your can crush.
Some dude crushing a can for my birthday.
No, I sent you BB, who is a beloved treasure on YouTube. Cumtown talks about him a lot.
Is that the dude who crushed the can?
Yeah, his name's BB, and he says, "Hey, it's me, BB," with my horse picture in the
That
background.
video's like 6 years old.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's an oldie, but a goodie.
And that came from Cumtown.
No. They talk about him, but he didn't come from Cumtown.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Cumtown.
So just like Christian Weston Chandler came before he was a woman. And
No,
Sonichu was a thing.
They have nothing to do with each other. It's
Right,
like
no, I'm just saying.
it's like this podcast and The Sopranos. We talked about The Sopranos, but we're not associated with them at all. I don't know Tony.
But you know Christian Weston Chandler.
You know Fuedo?
Before was a woman.
I know
Was a dude.
I think you're
And
really
Sonichu.
confused about things. So let's
Okay.
get back to that. So I text you, and you
Yes.
never text me. Out of the
I
blue.
text you back.
You text me back, but you never text me out of the blue.
I've asked you about Chainlink independently first all the time.
That one time, and then you didn't listen to my advice and sold it. At what price?
Shit.
Tell the people that
I sold it at 6.
you sold it at 6, and I.
Let's see when I go text you back. I'm pulling up text logs right now.
Okay, so
Nick, speaking of text, I just texted you the number of Yesenia. Please text her, be like, "Hey, it's me, Nick. Why do you never text me?"
okay,
That's
I will
all
text.
That's all you need to do.
I text you
I'd
first.
really appreciate that.
Wednesday, September 23rd. I said, why link not go up? And you said, that's the crypto cycle of euphoria and depression. So I said, so we lose all money? And you said, for now we do. I replied with the African actor kid crying and being like, why?
Okay, yeah, no, you texted me that, and
I've had worse dips.
Did you text her?
I texted her. Said, "Hey, it's me, Nick."
Okay.
Okay, so that's all squared away.
She knows 2 Nicks. by the
okay,
way.
that's fine.
Or
That's
3.
fine.
I don't know.
She better.
If she thinks it's the other Nick, that's even better.
Yeah. What's the other Nick? What did he do?
Booty call.
Dwayne.
No, that's me.
No, dude, stop saying names, you dumbass.
Too bad.
He said a name, and that's bad. You want to name drop
You are drunk, huh?
Nick Oberzad.
I can name drop you.
No. You better not say.
It starts with an A. It's from Arizona name. You probably don't remember. I'm sure you do.
I don't remember any names, so
It's a Disney princess.
get it through your
Ariel.
skull.
He said it, not me.
Okay. You can say any
Sorry.
name. I can say a name
It's a
too.
reaction.
Just a
Say a
denier.
name.
Michelle Obama, if you will.
There's no Michelles.
Okay, good.
But there is Michelle Obama.
I'm sure there's
There
no
is,
girls.
to clarify.
She exists. Yes, Michelle,
That's
you
good.
exist.
That's good. She's valid. She's a nice
Michelle,
lady.
we acknowledge your existence.
Yeah, I'm
Michelle,
not a denier
You
like
wanna
some
come on
other
the
people are.
podcast? Let's
Yo,
do
if
it.
Michelle Obama came on this podcast, I would be complete.
Of course, video only for that scenario.
If I got,
I'd take it.
I would take it too.
get me drunk enough, and
What's
I
it
will.
like planning a fucking wedding? How about that?
Yeah, are you in charge of that, or is your wife?
He is not in charge of that.
She does it all. I don't do anything.
Do you have a cute nickname for her, like Murmurs or something?
It's just honey. I don't.
Sunny.
I give more nicknames to the dog than her. And that's
What
fine.
do you call Devo?
You know, D,
Samson.
Samson 2,
It's so fucked up.
Nana 2.
Rest in peace, fucking Samson, the best dog we've ever had.
The worst dog, bro.
the-
Rollo's way better.
The first dog I ever had, the majority of my life.
He was a good
His
dog.
like fourth dog.
Damn.
Yeah. No, they're-
You guys did not take care of your dogs.
He
then.
says fourth dog, but I don't think he understands what our parents did to us with our with my dogs before Josh was around.
Explain.
They killed our turtles. No,
No, this isn't. You're saying turtles when I'm talking about dogs.
I know we had a turtle and they killed
Explain, Nick.
So we had a golden retriever, and you know it bit
boy.
me, and then they got rid of it. So we had a golden retriever for like a month, and then we had a Jack Russell Terrier, and I loved the mask.
Wait for a month. What fucking happened?
it. It bit him
it
and then
bit
it went
me.
away.
It
Okay.
bit me, and then they just like, oh well,
Give it
he's
the shot.
the dog's going to
Euthanize that
going to
motherfucker.
the farm. And then we had a Jack Russell Terrier, and I love Jack Russell Terrier. It's like the dog from The Mask, and that's
Yeah.
cool as hell. I love that dog,
Scruffy.
but it would. My parents were probably like my age at the time, so it's just like, oh, the dog is like digging in the potted plants, so we're getting rid of it because it's too messy. It's like, oh, that's very irresponsible. So they got rid of that dog. And then we got Samson. So it's not 4 dogs, it's just these 2 dogs.
Best dog.
The best dog ever.
Second best dog to Rollo.
Greatest of all time.
Samson's better
Rollo's
than
the
Rollo.
best.
Samson
And
is better than Rollo.
Anyone who knew Samson can
In
attest to that.
every
Samson is better
way.
than Rollo.
Samson,
In every way.
the GOAT.
In-
Greatest of all time.
In fluff, in character,
And floof.
in activity.
You're just saying that because he buried his pizza crust in your dad's laundry basket.
That's besides the point.
Yeah. No, he was a good
Rollo,
dog.
when Diavol comes over, Rollo turns into a bitch.
Rollo is a total bitch with
Yeah.
TFL comes
If
over.
Samson had another dog over, they'd interact and they'd be fine together. No one would be submissive. No one would be dominant. It would just
Rollo
be
is a total
equal.
bitch, though.
Rollo's a fucking bitch.
Rollo is a bitch and kind of a bare minimum for a dog. It's just like, oh, cool. It has all the things, but he
It
doesn't-
has 4 legs and it barks, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no fun personality there. It's just like, oh, it's a dog.
Samson, we
He's
had
back.
him for like 13 years, and like we saw him from almost like a young adult
pup.
to a fucking old ass dog, dude.
Old ass man.
Old ass dude, and like when we were moving, like he would sit in his dog bed, and we put his dog bed in the back, in the trunk of our SUV, and his head hit the ceiling. Like it would just drag across the ceiling, and we put it on the back, and we called it. He had to squeeze, cause like you know when you bring like a back, it like pulled their
you
whole head.
pull a
forward.
dog's forehead back
And the
and
eyes
he
will pop out.
gets some Chinese eyes.
And we did that to our dog, and that was a lasting joke for literally until now and forever. It will always be. Samson is the best dog we've ever had.
Yeah.
Fuck Rollo. Rollo sucks.
Rollo's
compared
my
to
dog then,
Samson.
bro.
No.
Rollo's my dog.
No,
He
Samson
is.
had better memories. He had the shrimp scenario.
We were defrosting frozen shrimp on our barbecue in Arizona, and Samson went up on the fireplace that we made out back, hopped up on a wall, hopped up on the barbecue, and ate the frozen shrimp.
He ate like enough shrimp for 6 people.
As a small Pomeranian Pekingese mix. This dog didn't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a
Shells
raw
and all.
dog.
I could hear him too. He's like,
These are unpeeled shrimp. Just eat.
Uncooked, raw, unpeeled shrimp.
Yeah.
This dog didn't give a fuck.
tails and all.
Yeah.
Samson doesn't give a fuck. And we have this picture forever in the hallway downstairs for the garage.
Yeah.
And every time I look at him, I'm like, that's my dog.
That's the
Rollo
best.
will never be there until he has those kind of moments that can top it.
Yeah. He doesn't have any good moment. I
He
don't.
doesn't yet.
There's no Rollo moment.
Not yet.
But where's his moment to shine? What has he done? Been humped by my dog? That's it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that
Like
sucks.
I said, man, Rollo is a bitch when it comes to interacting with dogs. But you guys need to take him out more.
even if we did, he wouldn't change.
No.
He's so submissive.
When we
He's
first
afraid
got
of
him,
other people.
Yeah, we'd take him to the dog park, but he would hide behind us.
He's afraid.
Yeah, he sucks.
Rolo is afraid.
He sucks.
He's anxious. Samson, he just didn't give a fuck. Samson didn't care.
Yeah.
He would do his own thing.
Yeah.
And
He was an original.
yes, he was the original gangster.
Damn.
And then when he got
The
old,
original Pomeranian.
when he got old, of course, he started to care less. And then he had the heart attack right there at the stairs, and he released all the poo from his body.
Wait,
Yeah.
did he actually die in the house?
No, he was put down in an office at the vet. But he had a heart attack at the top of the stairs. And
When I stepped in?
no, that was at the bottom. That was in the middle of the stairs. But he fell to the ground, and I was sitting there. It was before I went to work, and like he was.
You
sitting
watched
there-
your dog die?
I didn't watch him die. I watched him have a fucking heart attack, and he was sitting there. He was standing. I was petting him, like, okay, I'm about to leave. And he just falls over, and everything that was in his bowels just fucking came out. He just shit himself, everything. All on the carpet, and I was like, okay, well, I wrote a note and I was like, Samson released all the poo in his
You let
body.
the fucking know?
I had to go to work.
Call in sick, motherfucker! Jesus Christ!
It's not my child, it's my dog.
No, you should have called into work and be like, hey, my dog.
My dog just fucking died. I needed to
It
dispose the
didn't
body.
die.
Yeah,
it was fine. He
I
was good
see-
for 2 years after that.
I see shrimp shells that has been in his body for 16 years just fling out of his asshole.
But a dog had a fucking heart attack.
You're working a minimum wage job and you care more about.
I was a shift leader.
Okay, yeah. Well, just
God forbid.
they would have survived regardless.
They
I think
would
it's crazy
have.
that your dog has a heart attack in front of you and you still go to work.
It's a dog. Granted, he's my favorite dog.
That's different, bro.
One of two.
That's different.
Yeah. Well, my Diaval is a good dog. I like him a lot.
He's alright. He's squirrely. He has a lot
He's
of
got a lot of
energy.
energy
Oh
for
my
sure.
God. He's crazy. He's a good guy.
He's fucking squirrely.
Yeah, he's squirrely,
A
but
lot of energy.
oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's hard sometimes.
I
You know,
bet.
there is like fluff everywhere. He'll get a dog toy, and there's like,
It's like having a kid, but
Yeah.
a furry kid.
yeah, no, it's definitely like that. And
He's
he has like the craziest attitude ever. Like it is just ridiculous. Like he'll,
What's his attitude like?
we'll talk to him. He's like, hey, like quit doing that. And
He's
he'll
a
like,
brat.
he'll like huff at you, like,
Really?
He's a
it's like,
brat.
no. But he gets his way sometimes.
All the time.
All the time. Sometimes all the times.
Let me ask you, because Eric's got a dog. His name's Ted, and he's got a dog with his wife, and they're like kind of using that as like the bench line. It's like a benchmark kind of thing with couples. They do that with like their dog to make sure they're ready for kids.
Yeah.
You feel like you're ready for kids?
Yeah, it's your, it's your fur baby.
Yeah.
My partner hates it when I say this, but I say, we'll see where we're at financially. And that's what I always say.
That's a big thing, man.
It's kind of a cop out, but it's kind of true. It's just like we'll
True.
see where we're at.
I've had women ask me
financially.
to get them pregnant, and I'm like, I don't have enough money.
Yeah.
Like
it's
that's just a real ass
Yeah.
statement, bro. I can't do it unless I make more money.
yeah, but my headspace is it's just like finances is the number one thing. So it's just like I'm always gonna be determined on what my path I'm gonna take is gonna be based off of finances and where the market's at.
Do you plan on teaching your kids like finances and all that?
Well, I hope so. It's just like this can kind of go back to the brother thing. It's just like, what do I expect out of my brother versus what does my brother expect out of me?
But children are a little bit different because they're like clean slates, right?
Well, everyone uses money. I use money. Josh uses money. It's something that's universal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I have certain expectations, for my brother. And, that can transfer over to what my expectations for my child would be. I would want them to have the same beliefs, but I can't control them. I'm not going to control them, and, they're going to have to learn, this is how things are.
And then you have uncle influence. Like, do whatever you want.
I was gonna say, and then you gotta remember this asshole, the wild card.
Oh, our Uncle Norm?
No, like,
No.
if you had a kid.
Josh is the
and
uncle, bro.
I'm the
Oh.
uncle.
Josh is the uncle.
The uncle influence.
Oh, well, that's different, you know? You know, it depends on how you want to live the rest of your life. You can
That
be
is
used
true.
as a good example or a bad example.
I'd be a good example, too.
But
kid.
yeah, it's just like, how are you going to live, you know, the next few years before we have a kid, and then when we have a kid that grows up? It's like, oh, well, Josh is the blank example.
Podcast.
Is that going to put a fire under your ass and say, oh, well, you know, he petered out here, but then he got his shit together? Or is it just like, oh, well, you know, he just kind of bums off of his parents? Do you want to be like
a
that?
little bit of both.
A little bit of both. That's fine. It's a gray area. There's always going to be a gray area.
He's still only 24.
He's only 24.
Only 24.
Only 24.
Trust me, man. I'm 26, and I still feel like I'm only 26.
You live on your
but-
own, though. That's different.
Yeah, I guess.
I moved out once and I came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good, man.
And your
We take
parents
those.
helped you out a lot, right? They paid a lot of... They paid something.
Not when I moved out. When I moved out, it was only one time.
Yeah.
And that's because I didn't work enough hours and they had to supplement my rent. That was one time.
That's good for them, you know. Where do I get that supplemental rent?
You make enough money and you had enough hours at your jobs.
I got 0 hours.
Now,
I'm
sure.
sad.
Back in the day,
Back in the day, yeah. I worked hard. I did a good job.
you worked at Outback for like 7 years.
Yeah, and I did well there. You know, when
You created a drink that came on a special menu, no?
Yeah, no, I was one of the best bartenders there. You know, I got a lot of different awards and stuff. I even went to, they had like a prestigious thing where they had one of the best bartenders in the world talk to all the different Outback bartenders. So I had to drive all the way to LA and,
that bad.
you know, meet with, well, you'll get to see why that was bad in a second. So I drove all the way to LA, and they had this meeting with all these different, you know, it's like they have one bartender from each Outback, kind of in that county or in that kind of area. And, you know, he talks about this, like, I am the best bartender, you know, in all of America, and this is how we expect your attitude to be. He gives a lot of examples of things. This is how things are going down. So it's really hard to get in there. You know, you have to be the best of the best at your location, and that was me. So they send me there. You know, he really likes me. We learn a lot, and, you know, that was awesome. That was a great experience for me. And so I have to drive all the way back. And there was a plane that crashed on the freeway. So
I remember that day.
Yeah, it took me like 5 hours to get back home instead of like a 30-minute drive. So, you know, that's the lesson I learned most from that.
Shit happens.
I hate airplanes. No, this was the World War II airplane. You know,
I remember.
Yeah, I remember too.
they
It
landed
was right
on there, and you know, I'm just saying, if Hitler would have shot down that plane, you know, that would convenience my life greatly.
You've also passed out on airplanes before.
I don't.
Once. At once.
That's good. Yeah, and I don't like to talk about that. You know, if you want to bring that up, you know, I can tweet about it and put the Me Too thing on there. But that's my burden to bear, and I'm not happy about how that Chinese man treated me on the airplane.
We don't even know if they're a doctor or not. I don't know. I didn't get out of my seat. at
Okay,
all.
so, you know, I passed out on an airplane, and, you know, I wasn't getting enough oxygen or something, and they said, oh, do they have a doctor on the plane? And some Chinese man was very adamant about, oh, I will help this boy, and he tried taking off my shirt, you know, he touched my nipples a bit.
I will help this boy.
Yeah, and, you know, I felt very violent. I couldn't move my...
Son.
You claim to be molested on this airplane.
I couldn't move my body, but I was being, like, manhandled by this dude on an airplane, you know, and that's scary, you know.
Sure.
I didn't feel comfortable. It's just like I couldn't say no. I couldn't move.
I believe you 100% as your brother.
Okay, and I appreciate
But
that.
as a regular human being, I'm like, okay, man, come on.
No, it's hard, you know. It's just like
I understand that.
that's not fun for me.
I'll fight that man if I see him on site.
That's okay. It's okay. You know, he got
That's the
100%.
Asian person. Hey, fucker.
Remember what happened 10 years ago?
I'm sure,
You're catching the hands now.
I have it within my attitude and capacity for forgiveness that it's okay.
That's what I'm for. I'll fight them for you.
I've moved,
I'll fight anyone you want.
I've moved past this, but what hurts most is people digging it up and talking to me about it again.
Ouch, bro.
Sorry.
Ouch.
But, if you want to get back to, what you expect of your brother,
So what do you expect of Josh? And Josh, what do you expect of Nick?
I will always defend you. I'll always have your side no matter what. I feel like we have a bond. Grab my hand. I feel like we have this bond. We've definitely gone closer as you've grown up and I've grown up. And throughout, no matter what, we were living in Page Lane in Grandma's house. We were kind of separate doing our own thing. But as, we came here, you moved out, I feel like we've gotten closer. And that's only helped us for the better.
Okay.
Stop being weird, Nick. This is a real moment.
I feel like I'll always have your back no matter what. I always got your back. If you want me to fight someone, I'll do it. Show me the person. I'll fight them.
Okay. That's good.
I got you.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
And Nick, what do you expect of Josh?
Well, what I expect of Josh is, I want him to be the best Josh he can be. But, he needs to know what situation he's in. And, it's hard for me to tell him. I don't want to tell people how to live their lives. I don't want to tell people how, what's the best thing that Josh can do for Josh. I don't know. It's hard to say. But, I'm always going to have a bias of what I've done versus what he's done.
Okay.
Is he going to take care of my parents the same way I took care of them? Is he going to leave a legacy of, doing better for them than they've done for him? So what I see is, he has 2 bedrooms in their house. I don't think I don't think he's paying as much as I paid a month.
$400.
Yeah, I paid $700 for 1 bedroom. You're paying $400 for 2 bedrooms. So, I kind of see that difference. It's just how long is that going to go on?
Do you feel jealous at all?
I don't feel jealous. I feel bad for my parents. They can't utilize the room in their house for...
Well, they've tried to with caring for your grandmother and whatnot.
Yeah,
so,
they've
definitely used it for other purposes other than Josh.
Yeah, and that's great. If it was a room that you could use, for other things, but now it's like the podcast room.
No, it's a studio.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the studio, but, I always see things as kind of commodities, and this is, the studio commodity. That's something that's 100% yours, and, that's not our parents. That's not for them. They can't use that in their home.
Well, they could if they wanted to. I want to have Daniel on here for sure.
Yeah, and
that'd be nice.
And then, I've got, no problem with your mom being on here too.
We need your brother. We need one of your
My
brothers.
brother? We'll get David first.
We got my brother and we need your brother.
We'll get David first.
Yeah. But, I want him to help out my parents. I want him to maybe go through a hardship and learn from it and become better.
Do you think...
I think...
Let me cut you off real quick, and then you can go ahead and say what you're saying. Do you think Josh hasn't been through any hardship? Because as his... I don't want to say best friend, but... As someone who's been here for a while...
Yeah.
I've seen his ups and downs.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been there too. And, maybe I'm wrong. I can be wrong. I'm more than happy to admit if I've made a mistake, but I feel like he kind of coasted through these kind of things. And maybe he didn't learn the lesson he's supposed to learn. Maybe he didn't take away the right kind of things from that.
It's a benefit of being the youngest.
And that's okay, But when you coast through something and learn nothing from it, it's just then that hardship went to waste for nothing.
What do you think he's coasted through?
He coasted through us being kind of homeless for a bit. We lived on a couch in our grandma's house.
To be fair, I wasn't old enough to get a job yet.
Yeah, but, once you started working...
13.
You worked at McDonald's for a bit.
Bought a car.
Grandma would give you money all the time. You spent it on Clash of Clans.
That was one time.
every month she'd give you money, and one time every month
She would give you money too, and she's correct me if I'm wrong. She does give you money currently.
No, she gives me no money.
Okay, well,
I
it's
get
because you switched from Wells Fargo. So
no, I have Wells Fargo right now.
well, then fuck you, Grandma.
I get absolutely no money from anyone. I'm totally
She gives it to
self-sufficient.
everyone else.
I am 100%.
You're the only grandkid she doesn't give anything
and
to.
that's
then.
fine. You know, like I said, I am more than happy having nothing from nobody. I'm
Shit.
totally self-sufficient in my finances, and that's okay. That's not the point. The point is, it's just like, I feel like, yeah, you coasted through a hardship. You didn't deal with these kind of things in this certain way. You know, maybe, you know...
To be fair.
Let him finish.
Okay.
Okay, you do, you know, you say, oh, I love my job, you know, I love this. You know, maybe you wouldn't love your job if you had to earn the same kind of money that I had. You know, you'd be at your job more. You know, you wouldn't be happy there because you'd be working for your life. You know, that's how I worked. I worked like my life depended on it, and I had to support other people. You know, you work to make $300 to pay the rent, and then some.
To be fair.
And that's fine. You can correct me. Maybe I'm wrong.
In our hardship, I wasn't old. I mean, granted, by the state of California, you can get a job at the age of 14, but you work 2 hours a shift, 10 hours a week. That's not feasible for anybody. So when we moved here, I wasn't old enough to get a job by any sort of means. I was 14. When I did get a job, half of it, immediately my checks were put away so I could get a car, so I can transport myself to job, to and fro. Yes, I have had it a lot easier than yourself, but I also think that's because you are the oldest, and that kind of responsibility just kind of gets placed on you, and it's a little bit unfair. I agree. I've had it super easy, and I still have it easy, because as long as I go to school, my rent charge is cut in half, which is kind of fucked up. But I am going to university, and I'm going to be paying $5,000 a semester, which is kind of fucked up, but that's how it goes. It's one of the cheaper universities. That's why I picked Channel Islands. It's also just down the street. It's besides the point. I got it pretty easy. I agree with you.
Yeah. And you know, you do say stuff like, "Oh, well, I pay $5,000 a semester." You know, that's not as much money as you think it is.
It's not.
You know?
It is a good amount of money, though.
And yeah,
that's $10,000 a year.
Yeah, and you say, "Oh, well, I am paying half." You know, but you still have double this. You have 2 rooms. That's what it is. You know.
Yes, I have a sleeping room, and then I have a business room. Yeah. I do all my schoolwork in here. I do all my podcasts in here. Yeah. So it doubles.
Yeah, but
it's a multi-purpose room.
If you're doing business, you know, you don't have to tell the people, but it's just like, have you made a substantial profit so far?
$60.
Okay, $60. Do you think that's justifiable?
No. Okay. But everything comes with time. So, I mean,
that's fine, you know.
We've been doing this since May. So, I mean, it's been 6 months.
6 months, so you've made maybe $10 a month?
$10 a month.
Okay. That's great. Almost, you know, you almost got
nothing.
Netflix.
Joe's been doing it for 13 years.
That's fine. You know, have you considered maybe the quality of our podcasts?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every fucking day.
If I may interject, at this point, I feel we've absolutely
we've improved so much.
I feel like we've absolutely put in a lot with the podcast. I've invested in this mixer. We've both bought our own microphones, our own mic stands. Josh has bought a new camera. We bought cables.
Total
interfaces. We've spent over
total. This podcast has costed about $4,000.
We've spent $4,000 on this podcast, and we've made $60.
And I don't care.
That doesn't make your case look good at all.
It doesn't.
And
numbers wise, sure. Yeah. But it's something we both like to do.
Yeah, and that's great. You know, you can look at the positive side of things with this. You can say we're getting a lot of experience with this. You know, you can say you're getting a lot of this side of this.
It's a passion project.
And that's great. You know, I have my hobbies too. You know, but you have to, you know, I'm very biased. I'm gonna.
Here's the thing that I feel is I guess I'm just going to interject, and obviously you can say whatever you feel, but I feel like we're lucky enough to have people see what we're doing and invest in what Josh is pointing at, this banner, or this whiteboard, or this blackboard, or this fridge, or whatever it is that we're doing. There's people who are saying, hey, we believe in you, we believe in this vision.
People support us.
We want you to continue this vision.
Oh, who bought this big
Daniel.
post? And who bought this fridge?
Daniel and Esther.
Oh, so it's your parents.
Who bought the blackboard?
Oh, okay.
Me.
So your parents are,
But
They're the number one supporter.
But the microphones alone were more than any of this.
Yes.
all right.
He bought his own microphone. I bought my own microphone. I got my own mixer. I got my own stand.
$400.
These are
That's good.
expensive ass microphones.
That's good. I'm happy for you. I want you guys to succeed in whatever you do. Maybe
and that's the thing, we're trying.
For that.
Yeah.
Consistency is key when it comes to this kind of content and this kind of work.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it.
That-
Joe Rogan
Oh, okay.
has been
I've been enjoying that next story.
has been even then has been
Even he's dropped some bombs of advice.
yeah. Joe Rogan's been doing his podcast for 13 years, and even then
It took him 10 years to get popular.
yeah.
are you gonna find your niche? Are you gonna find
We're working.
Give
on
us
it.
10 years.
We're working on it every episode.
Give us 10 years, bro.
Sounds good.
Last
but-
episode, we focused on one thing and we ran with it. We focused on one central theme, and we just kind of did it for the whole hour.
That's good.
I really have to go to the
If
bathroom.
I
Go to the bathroom.
was asking you if there's a theme or anything, and that's okay.
There's not. Right now, there's not.
We're just two dudes drinking beer, man,
we're
and we
working
talk
on it.
about whatever.
And you know what? Yeah, I
And,
listen.
and a lot of it comes from guests like you who provide something different from a financial standpoint, from a standpoint that we don't normally consider. So
yeah, and I would love to give more of a comedy standpoint on things, but bad things happen right before the podcast.
Yeah, I got you got derailed. But that's the
Yeah.
thing is, Josh and I were always here. We're always wanting more. So if you want to come back on, we support that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with any case of anybody is we just want to be a platform for people to come on of different cultures and nationalities, and we want to support people to come on here and feel comfortable saying what's on their mind, really.
Yeah, and that's good.
And if you can do that,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And if you need to come back next time to feel more in a jokey mood, because I know you got some serious shit out of the way.
Yeah.
But and I get that, man. Puppy.
Let him distract you.
It's one of those things, man.
Yeah.
This is our dog.
Yeah.
The
Roro.
inferior dog.
He's been on before.
The inferior dog.
Solo's my dog.
Yeah. So if anything, I just recommend, I'll text you an episode of Come Town. You could check it out.
Sure.
Because that's what I expect out of a podcast. That's what I listen to. That's the only one I listen to. I don't really know Joe Rogan that well, but I know Come Town. I know what they talk about. Yeah, it's not one central thing, but, they're great with their jokes. I love their jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're no comedians.
Yeah, I'm not claiming to be a comedian. Yeah. It's just
I'm just trying to understand it more. I've watched a few episodes.
Watch the ones with guests.
All right.
Those are for sure the
I'll
best
have
ones.
to check it out.
Episode 39, 41, and this one.
Because you said there was
but
one
who's keeping track?
that was it's kind of cringeworthy. This one guy was a weirdo.
We've had a few of those.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If I'm one of them, I'm one of them. Who cares?
You're not.
You're not.
Okay, good. Because I don't know. I haven't listened to anyone with the guests. I could be the worst guest. I could be the best guest.
If you haven't seen any with a guest, watch 39.
All right, I'll have to check that out. If I forget, you can text me. Yeah. It is what it is.
Just text Yesenia.
I texted
He did.
her.
Did she respond at all?
I don't look at my
she,
phone.
She won't
I'm
respond.
professional.
Hey, puppy.
She said, "Hi, Nick," and then my last name.
Did she get the last name right?
She got it right. That's weird. So I
She probably still has your number.
send her just an interesting picture of
Send
my.
her a picture of that you took right now of all of us.
Yeah, I was like, could you do a selfie and have us all in it, and we'll all be like, Hey.
All right, let me text her
A selfie.
A
No, I
selfie.
want you in it. I want you in it,
Turn the
motherfucker.
other way. Take a
Okay.
selfie.
Hey.
There.
Should we get Yesenia on this podcast?
If we want,
Miss Nia?
we can. She's a valid guest. She's welcome.
I don't know much about her. She seems like a nice lady.
Shit,
Yes.
I don't either. She lives in the stars.
With
The
stars.
stars.
So, anyways, I texted her. I did it, y'all.
I appreciate you, Nick.
She
Thanks.
responded. You sent a picture.
Yeah.
Look how
We were
cute
all there.
Rolo is. Anybody watching?
He's all right.
This is my dog. This is my dog. No one else's dog. Do you understand me?
He's a Maltese poodle mix.
I love him and he loves me,
See.
and that's all there is to it.
Samson was a
He's
Pomeranian.
my goddamn dog, and that's
Samson-
all there is to it.
Samson was a Pomeranian Pekingese mix, which is a superiorly better dog
He
No.
was
than
the
a
best,
Maltese
Samson-
poodle.
the best dog ever. This
No.
dog
Samson-
sucks.
You don't
is-
understand. We had a dog for 13 years.
This dude puked on me.
We had a dog for 13 years.
I had 2 dogs for 13 years, and then my mom sent them to a farm.
We didn't do any of that. We watched our dogs' health
because your parents
decline,
aren't alcoholics.
and I said we should put him down soon because his health is declining rapidly and it's not going to get good.
Yeah.
That was my idea. Because I'm so fucking detached from the world and emotions, I was ready for him to go like 3 years prior.
Can I bring that up real
Sure,
quick?
of course.
Josh, last podcast you were talking about
Keep your guard up.
keep your guard up, this and that, and you were saying I didn't ask you about who you
My personality.
were developing into.
Yep.
Look at this good boy. Is there anything you wanted to say on the last podcast that I didn't give you the opportunity to say? Because I feel like if I cut you off, I'm sorry. I never obviously meant that.
It's okay.
But if there's something you were trying to say, I don't think the way to approach me with it is by veiling it with who do you think you are, and then expecting the question of me to return that. So that being said, is there anything you would like to say about who you are and who you become in personality development and yourself that you've seen and learned?
My personality has come from the music I've listened to and the people I've been exposed to showing said music. Hi, puppy. That mainly being our cousin Trevor, showing me Bring Me the Horizon at a ripe young age of, I think, 15. Whenever Call of Duty Black Ops came out, that was like 2008, 2009-ish. So ever since then, I've kind of just been, I like this, I watch this, I listen to this, I want to do this. As Nick tries to rotate 360.
What?
You know Trevor.
Yeah, no, I
He's
love
a-
Trevor.
He's a good dude.
He is a good cousin of mine.
Hey,
I had them.
who's your favorite cousin?
What?
We only got 2 of them. Who's your favorite cousin? Well, we
No.
got 3.
We have 4.
You
We
goofball.
have
Who's the
Trevor,
other one?
Madison, Dylan, Ava.
Oh shit, I forgot about them.
Yeah, no.
So
Who's
6.
the third? You thought?
No, 5.
5.
Trevor, Madison, Dylan,
Ethan.
Ava, and Ethan. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Well, they have
good.
other kids.
I had Trevor and Madison over at my place. I cooked them a nice dinner. I made zucchini boats.
You had them over before me?
It's quarantine. We don't have anyone over.
Except for Madison and...
That's fair.
No, we had them before quarantine.
They're family.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's fine. They're family. It's okay.
You're just a
You know.
dude.
I don't really text anyone. No one really texts me, and I'm happy with that. They say something about man on an island, and I'm on that island.
What?
And they
What?
say no man is an island. They're connected to somebody, but who knows?
As you can see, if you're watching this, Alec really likes Rolo.
I love the shit out of Rolo.
Bella is a good dog.
And Rolo
Oh.
loves me.
I like him too, but I'll never have the same connection that I had with Samson with him.
Because I'm special.
Because I knew Samson my whole life.
Diaval is a good substitute, and I am so thankful that I have him in my life.
They are not a good substitute for
He looks
Samson.
almost like him.
They are.
If I script-
Samson was
if I
way
s-
more fluffy.
I love that he's got no idea what's going on right
The
now.
only fluffy thing about Diaval is his tail. Because it looks like a foxtail?
We keep him cut short on purpose because he...
So can he grow it out?
Yeah, no, he can grow out his fur. He can be fluffy like Samson.
Do it.
No, we don't do that.
Because you don't want to...
He has allergies to everything.
Yes.
Yeah. He has allergies to everything. And that's not good. So if I want him to suffer, yeah, I'd grow his hair out. But if I want to be happy, I keep it short.
You'd be a good dad.
Such a good dog.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Rolo's alright. He likes to bite a lot.
Yeah, he's a bad dog. He bites, and he's a wuss.
He nibbles because he's
Baby
playing.
shark.
I bring my dog over just to hump him.
Yeah. Diavolo asserts the dominance.
Diavol is certainly a dominant person.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
It's the athleticism.
He's the Chad of dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a small fucker, too.
He's
got long-ass legs.
He's the Chad of toy-sized dogs.
He's got long-ass fucking legs.
Yeah. Yeah, we took him to the dog park recently, and that was awesome. He was playing with the big dogs, baring his teeth, and he's like, hey, I'm a big dog, too.
So he thinks.
Yeah, they got Chalupa syndrome.
Yeah. Chalupa syndrome.
Well,
goodbye, everybody.
I think
Nice.
I think we've reached that point in the podcast.
We sure
where
have.
We've got nothing else to talk about. So Nick,
Oh, did we almost go 3 hours? Holy shit!
2:40. Nick, if you have anything to plug at all, if you have any things you're working on, anything you want to
Share your Coinbase address.
anything you want to give to the people,
sharing.
give them your Bitcoin wallet so they can send you Bitcoin.
With this conversation, yeah, I don't think people think I'm a crypto expert at all. It was more like brotherly love,
Philadelphia.
I don't even remember what we
Hey.
talked about.
That's how I feel every day.
That's literally the encompassment of the entire podcast.
So, the link's in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.
Links to what though? Like, what do you want to link?
Chain link.
Whoa.
Just chain link.
My email, cryptohelpnick@gmail.com. I will help you with crypto. I will analyze stuff.
CryptoHelpNick@gmail.com. You heard it here first.
And I will...
And you will. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here so much. Thank you to Rolo. Thank you to my fucking older brother for being here. First of all, I just got a text message. We're going to play this game until I catch it. There we go. Alec, say your line.
Thanks for hanging out with us.